Face Live. Hey, everybody.
Face Live.
Hello.
Ows.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Somehow Giselle heard herself waving. It's caught on camera forever.
Yep.
So.
Uh,
Hello,
yes,
everyone.
Ellie Goat.
Hello. Yes. This stream involves goats. Loosely.
Loosely, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, just there's just a part of me that's a little nervous because I'm expecting something to go wrong because something happened, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And yeah, we're gonna get through this shit. We're gonna do
Heck
it.
yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna see if you guys can save Klondike.
Yeah. Last time our kids beat up the giant like thing, and then we kept going, and then 2 of our kids fell through a hole, and that's where we are at. Recap done.
Yeah, couple of you did fall into a hole. One of you did the cool superhero landing and hurt their knees a little bit. The other of you just fell into a hole with a much less grace.
Rebel.
We left off on the absolutely intense, super important discussion on how to do arcane recovery, the house rule for arcane, which, fun fact, didn't do it right. It's a concentration check. It's not just a straight caster level check. So you actually get to add your casting modifier to that. So your first recovery you rolled was for Cure Light Wounds, which you recovered anyway, even if you didn't add your score. Your next one was for, I believe, Burning Disarm, which is a what level spell? Second? That's first level also. Okay. And your Wisdom bonus is what? +4?
Wisdom bonus is +5.
+5, so put you 20, so you still don't recover that one. That's fine.
I had
your second roll was a total of 15, which would have been 20.
I had 2 prepared, so...
Okay, so yeah, just one's expended, but the other one is still there.
I'm gonna...
You have to... Basically, if you...
paste.
Okay, yeah, you got the thing. Neat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna click on Cure Light Wounds. Spell level 1. I didn't do that.
You recovered that.
Are you testing the thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, don't put the last part in there. Get rid of it. Why do you have the edited and other stuff in it?
Because you said copy and paste the stuff below.
They're 2 separate posts. That's why I separated the posts. Get rid of open parentheses, edited close parentheses.
What, do you mean you don't want this on every...
No.
You sure?
The reason it's edited is so I could separate the posts.
On every single one.
Specifically, you wouldn't do that. It's the whole reason it got
We
edited,
are
so
off to a goat start, Ellie.
Oh my god. I knew it was gonna happen. I fucking knew it. Anyway, please get rid of that part, and otherwise it looks like it's working.
Okay.
Yeah, 10...
I was just tested 2 different ones, so I can make sure.
Yeah, you should be 5th level, plus your ability modifier, +5, so that's a total of 10, so that's accurate. You rolled a 4, it's 14. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Cool. Anyway. So yeah, we got caught up on that. You're the only one not falling into that hole. We're going to go into a little bit of RP and stuff about it, but just for the sake of brevity, the main point of this, I believe you guys have the capability to get out of this hole eventually, right? Whether it is through climbing or use of some tools or other things. Do you have anything that makes that an easier process, or is it just going to be manpower?
Yeah,
we can assume you have rope, right? We can assume you have rope. I'm okay with just saying you've got basic adventurer's kit, right?
Yeah, then we have rope.
But a rope is still somewhat manpower, right? I'm saying like you have magic or abilities, anything like that.
I have ludicrously high strength.
You do indeed.
As excavation, but it's only used for, you can't use it for tunneling, so I don't think I can go like side and up, like with it.
Yeah, that's a little different. It's really good for digging a hole too, but okay. So you'll be using manpower. Let's go back to real quick. Let's do this to make that easier. Let's jump to the overworld. Not where I meant to center. There we go. Back to the passage of high grass. Also, thanks, Ellie. Off to a goat start. I think it's the only thing other than goat you've said so far. Okay, so you guys work a bit to get out of your predicament here. I'm going to have each of you roll 2 athletics checks.
Oh boy.
Try to get yourself out. Assuming you've got rope, it's not super high. We're just really making sure you don't roll like hella low or something crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Bodark, you're not in the hole, so you don't actually have to.
No, I thought I was in the hole.
Yeah, it's
me.
me.
Yeah, sorry, not it's or Stoltzka, you're not in the hole. Yeah. But so that's 1. So those are great. 1 more each of you.
All right, coming right up.
One of us has 7.
You succeeded enough for the both of you. So you're able to get out of there pretty easily, especially with the help of your middle sis, who's in the body of a large orc man, Rakog man.
I'm half Rakog, but still.
Or half Rakog orc man, or whatever.
Yeah.
So you guys get out of the hole. It does spend a bit of time, however. Which
the thing we don't really have much of
is not. You don't really have in spades. Now, I'm not going to move this yet, because crossing the river is a bit of an ordeal. Just know that you are losing a bit of time here. But outside of that, now you know to be on the lookout for traps, because this kind of came out of nowhere. And you've seen some of the shadows and things in the trees. Obviously, there's something a bit amiss here. And you were told that there was something here in the Gather Grove that was disturbing the horses and other things you could find here. But you guys continue your trek. Anything in particular you're doing on the way? Anything specific you're looking out for? Or that you say to one another? Abilities you want to prepare? Anything like that?
Arstoska gladly cheers, like, I'll keep an eye out for traps. And seriously, Juice, there's this guy in camouflage. Keep an eye out for him.
I know.
It's just you. All right.
I got nothing. I'm just ready to go.
I'm looking for
I'm ready to go fight something. No,
camouflage.
I'm overly hype and excited about this at this point. It's like, see, like I said, it went blah, and then we went blah, and then just way too excited,
bouncing around. Okay, Arstotzka, since you're the one looking for traps mostly.
Yeah.
So I need to ask what speed you're moving at. If you're moving full speed, it's going to be a lot harder to spot things that are obviously carefully hidden. If you want to move like half speed, unless you have an ability that helps. But if you want to move half speed, I would allow you your full bonus, but of course, time.
No, I only have quick disable, not like quick C, but again, time,
perception.
so we're going to be moving full speed because darn it, we need to find those horsies, help them and get going. Gotta save Klondike. And I don't want to lose my colors.
So we're gonna have you roll your perception. Mm-hmm. In this case, you've got a second pair of eyes, because I believe, Bodark, you're kind of helping with this. You're mostly looking for that dude, but you still are keeping an eye out. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say you're going to be at a -5 on this perception check.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know if I have my trap finding thing on there. Let me just double check that.
Which is going to be +2.
Yeah. So is that still -5 or is that -3 now?
-3.
Okay. Alrighty then. Do.
21. So, you keep going. As you guys get further and further, you notice the previously described kind of multicolored vegetation you see around. The colors get a bit more wild. Some of the vegetation gets even more exaggerated in its features. Whether it is strange shapes of leaves or just exceedingly tall, skinny trees in the midst of growths of short, squat ones, they all seem to be kind of exuding a bit of personality to them. Even more so the further you go. The sounds are of animals you haven't heard before. Some even sound vaguely like speech. Something might even be trying to call your name at certain points, but when you listen closely, it's just a mockery of a voice. There's a bit of a creepiness to it after traveling for long enough that it's so alien that it's easy to feel lost despite knowing you only have to head one direction. Just knowing that you don't even know your place in the world. You're not in Satsegia. That much is for sure. But bringing some semblance of understanding to your situation, Arstotzka, you do manage to find what you believe to be another trap. Some kind of very thin thread pulled very tight between what looks like a kind of a small loop of like a root or something like that that's like very firmly buried in the ground, stretched across the scattered pathway that you guys are walking across into the vegetation. You can kind of see it curling up the tree. Once you've noticed it, you can kind of spot it. You can see like goes into the tree somewhere, and you can see what appears to be this very precariously balanced log stretching from one branch to the branch of another tree.
I would like to disable it.
Okay. So you go ahead and try to. You can actually bypass this one, but you're welcome to try to disable it anyway if you'd like to.
Well, the reason I'd like to disable it, like, if this might be part of the problem with the ponies. Like, maybe they're getting wrapped up in traps. I'm putting quick disable down. Why did it double twice? I'm putting that in the chat so that.
Half normal time to disable a trap using the disable device, minimum 1 round. When using the disable device to open a lock, that would normally take a full round action to open. She reduces the duration to a standard. Okay. So you very quickly get set doing this, but we still need that disable device check from you.
Yep.
There's no real way to just disable it. You're kind of just doing a controlled trip where you're finding different points you can sort of hook it to slowly lower this log down so that it no longer swings out against someone who trips this.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's slow. Oh, I did roll a 2.
Did indeed roll a 2. Which means, because that fails by 5 or more, you set off the trap. You try to get some help from, your buff middle sis there to kind of grab onto this thing, and when I snip this, fasten it against this other little knot that I just made, and then I'll grab it and we'll do that until we get it all the way down. I'm trying to kind of coach her through this, and it's very simple instructions. The problem is, you make this first cut, this thing snaps and Ord, you go to kind of hook it to this thing that she's hammered into this tree to try to get it to snare there, and get it onto that, and that thing just pops right the fuck out. And so that cord just slides right out of your hand. You're gonna take 1 point of slashing damage, and I need, what is your AC, Arstotzka? Versus a trap.
Do I have a bonus against traps?
Danger Sense should have a bonus against traps.
Let me double check.
I don't know if it's just reflex saves, but I think it also applies to.
Yes,
AC.
dodge bonus to AC against attacks made by traps.
So what's your AC against traps?
With the Danger Sense, it is 18.
Okay, it narrowly misses. So this thing flips out of the tree very quickly. Like, you can see this log, like, it slides out. You can hear these, like, snaps through the leaves, and some of the leaves, like, scatter. It doesn't do the thing that maybe outside of the game that we've seen in movies, where it's like this big, great log that, like, swings out at you to, like, try to hit multiple people. It does this more of a tumbling, whipping motion, where it kind of falls and, like, the bottom of it swings straight at whoever tripped it. And there's a lot of momentum behind this, but you manage to turn, like, put your back flat against the tree that you were disabling the crap on, and it whoosh, goes right past you. We'll say, just for the sake of because, Bodark, wherever you're standing, it just kind of goes right in front of you, just narrowly misses where you're just kind of standing there. Just whoosh. Okay. Step to the side a little bit so when it swings back, you're not in any danger. But you're able to dodge it, and it takes a couple of pendulous swings here, and then you can see that it's like slowly kind of each pass it's lowering a bit more, and then finally hits the ground and kind of tumbles to a stop. You can see the rest of the thread and some vines and leaves and things fall out of the canopy of the tree. Made quite a bit of noise. But you avoided that trap, and assuming you continue on your way.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
I'm
staring
assuming
at my sister.
I'm assuming Juice doesn't see anything.
He sees you because he's staring.
I mean,
pat his face.
Yeah, it's a good big brother look. Like, oh my god, this child.
What did we learn? So, what did we learn? Fire pitch.
I don't know. I'm supposed to be really good at that. I just happen to not do good that time.
Let's continue.
While presumably Ord is hella excited about the crash boom event that just happened.
Yeah, of course.
Ooh, loud noises! Do it again.
Right.
You kick like the log away.
So, you continue on, and after a bit more time crossing through this place, eyes on alert, maybe even a bit hyper alert at this point. Now that that's twice you failed to see danger coming in a place that you know that there's danger waiting. You do make it into this big open clearing, a grove, if you will. And more than that, more than just the open space with this lush grass and strange colors and nice lighting, you notice the absolutely enormous tree at the center of it, and from beneath its roots, this sort of tiered cascade of a spring billowing forth, flowing down into the grass. This incredibly tranquil scene, and it's all very empty, and other than the babbling of water, absolutely still and quiet.
All right. Well, Arstoska starts going, "Horsies, where are you, horsies? We're here to help, so that we can help. Get help."
You start kind of walking around calling for the horses. Is anyone else doing anything while she starts doing that?
I'm just gonna take a seat because I'm kind of beat up. So I'm gonna do that thing where I just kind of sit down and like stretch out for a minute and just chill because there's nothing happening right at this second. So
speaking of it, did you remember to actually heal from that actual cure light wounds that happened last time?
He did.
I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. Just because the last session was such a mess, so I didn't want to miss it. Cool.
I think
Possible
I
to
did.
do a heal check on him to
But who knows?
like.
I mean, I'll tell you,
I forget how
feeling
heal checks or my
injured.
healing skill works. Because usually I'm not a healer, so a heal
but
check.
You're trained. I'm not gonna necessarily make you roll a check here. All right, you're at above half, right, Dave?
No, I'm not.
You're not. You're below half. So
Yes.
Ord's pretty beat up. Ord's pretty hurt. Definitely below half hit points. You know they can take some punishment in this body, but that's good until it isn't. You know.
Alrighty. Did I do the Mr. Miyagi? No. I'll do another Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
Spell level 1.
Okay, wow. Heal 13.
Cool.
That's a good heal.
Yep, that is a good heal.
And where do I see?
It says on the bottom spell recovery.
Oh, so versus DC 22. So no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't get that one. But that is okay. Healing 13 is very good. Big help. So as Arstotzka is walking around shouting for the horses, like I said, there's kind of this like tiered steps with water sort of flowing down in this big tree. You get up onto one of them, trying to maybe get a better vantage point, looking around, yelling, and you do see something. You see something in the water, just kind of lying flat. This rather large, horse-sized creature. It has kind of this very vibrant green skin with what appears to be like leaves and other things kind of sprouting out of it, like tussles of ivy and little vines and flowers and things in the mane. But it's not moving, it's not breathing. And on closer inspection, you do see the corpse of what appears to be some kind of verdant horse. It has what appears to be these long claw marks from the back of its neck all the way across the front of its throat.
Yeah, that Arstotzka goes, no! And approaches the body.
So you go up to it. You can see this thing is, dude, you don't need a heal check, it's dead. It's not breathing. Even like the one eye you can see is cold, no life in it.
Arstotzka starts crying. You know, that toddler crying? Really loud and obnoxious.
Can I use knowledge nature to see if I can recognize what possible thing could have made these slash marks?
Can certainly try. It's gonna be a tough check, but go for it.
All right.
Is there a way I can assist in that? Oh, never mind.
You can make your own check.
Okay.
So, Ord, you're not totally sure what animal did this. I mean, whatever it is has some pretty long claws. This is one swipe. This isn't like a raking motion like you would think maybe like a great cat or something would do.
Right.
This is just one whoosh, or actually it's more like a drag, right? Like maybe something was on its back and raked the claws across from there. But it was one good swipe. Bodark. By the way, this information isn't stuff that you guys just knew. Even as you're recalling it, you're like, how the fuck did I know that? But Bodark, you come to a similar conclusion. It almost makes you think of how something like a leopard would hunt or like a lion would, but lions are going to use their teeth. They get onto the back and they bite and they close the windpipe and actually suffocate their prey. Whereas leopards will attack from trees, but claws aren't near big enough to do something like this. Not in one go, but it's also, even like on closer inspection, you don't think it's really a matter of like the size of this animal. It was a precision strike. It was very measured. something intelligent did this. Something very adept at taking down animals. And so you're all over here by the body. But as you guys are examining this, Board, what is your flat-footed AC? Unless you have uncanny dodge.
I do have uncanny dodge.
What is your AC?
My AC is 15.
While you're not raging? Okay, cool.
Yep. Let me make sure I have no other debuffs or anything. Okay, yes, I should be at 15. That is my AC.
Ready?
Well, I have improved uncanny dodge actually, but not that matters. But yeah.
That would be plus. Cool. Distance. Fucking natural 20.
Oh, Lord.
See if it confirms. Total of 20, so that is a confirm.
Well, those 13 hit points were nice while they lasted.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Thankfully, it's not the most damage in the world, but it could potentially hurt pretty bad. It takes 7 points of damage as a spear sails through the air, nails you in the shoulder from somewhere over here.
Yes, over there.
I'm gonna move you to the map. Hold on.
Okay.
I was very confused.
I thought it already moved you, and it didn't.
Yes.
So I'm redoing it. Let me try again. I'm gonna look over here to see if it
there
does it.
we are.
Okay.
There's the dead horse.
Very dead.
It's indeed the dead horse.
Came from over there. Got it.
A little bit more. You guys see that ping? Yeah, you should be able to.
Over there.
Somewhere in this region.
Okie dokie.
And
do it again for me one more time.
Yeah, I'm still doing it. Apologies for the weird grid.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have time to fix it because I didn't realize it was messed up, so the grid looks a little weird.
Oh, yeah. We got a plaid going on.
What
Yeah.
I'll do is actually let me increase the opacity just to make it look more obvious which one you're following.
Oh, that's
The
helpful.
darker one, yeah.
But now it looks more plaid. Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
Do you make the one below it like a red? Eventually get a tartan pattern
I
going
can't
on.
actually do tartan pattern, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, from somewhere over, making sure that chat can see that, yeah. Over there. But yeah, you get nailed with this short spear. It doesn't, like, sink all the way in, but it does, you can feel it get past your armor. You kind of scrape the flesh and kind of tumble off and clatter against the ground.
I'm gonna pick up the spear and then be like, "Hey, who threw that? I'm gonna give this back to you, and not in a nice way."
All's quiet. Who would like to roll perception to look?
Me!
I will.
Okay.
Since I'm
If we enter
looking for
initiative,
people.
you will be missing your move action, just so you know.
That's
I'll do
fine.
it too.
Okay. So all perception.
Bodart, good job.
Okay, so attacking from stealth is a -20 to their stealth check, and with that, Bodark and Artstotska, actually, or all three of you actually managed to spot the thing. It's that same weird leafy man that was in the tree earlier, Artstotska. You recognize it. Same exact shape, same exact build, and everything. It's very difficult to spot, but you can see them as they kind of retreat back in. You just notice the motion is too humanoid.
That's the guy I was talking about.
Well, let's go give him back his spear.
And we are indeed going to enter initiative. So if you please select your minis.
Mm-hmm.
And roll initiative for me. Let's see if that...
What the hell?
Just barely off screen for chat, so
We all rolled real bad, except for you. Molly.
there he is.
We both of us rolled a natural 2. There we go.
Good
I was trying
Lord.
to see if we both rolled natural 2s.
Out my feet or whatever I took, that would have been a 2. I have a thing that adds 2.
Yeah.
So do I.
Reactionary
So,
after your trait, yeah.
I also have reactionary.
I was like, man, anything is better than flat. Like,
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Very true.
Oh, no, wait. This tea is old. I'm not drinking that.
Did you pick up the wrong tea?
Yep.
Or the only tea?
hey.
Yeah. I drank the other tea. I drank all of the other tea. I had one that was in here that I forgot about like a week ago. I'm definitely not drinking that.
About a week ago.
Here. Right. Did it do it? There it goes.
There we go.
Okay. You spot the thing. It's about 10 feet up in that tree. Arstotzka, you're up first.
Arstotzka wipes her eyes furiously and changes her standard into a move. And she's going to start stealthing her way that way.
Can you stealth while being observed? Because you are being observed.
Oh, I don't think so. Let me double
Hide in
check.
plain sight to do that.
Let me double check. No, I did not. So never mind.
Yeah.
But I'll still move. So let's see. 5.
Obviously, these are
10,
ledges. So they're going to
15.
count an extra space of movement to hop down off these.
10, 15,
Or you can make an acrobatic
20.
check.
And this would be a.
That's a rock, so it's gonna be
Okay.
harder to get on than to just normal move.
I was asking if it was more than
Slimy?
one.
Yeah, difficult terrain.
Would I just make an acrobatics on that to get up on it?
No, it's difficult terrain.
Oh, okay. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
25, 30. And I'm done.
It is covered in moss. So getting up there, no big deal. If you get whacked pretty hard, though, you're probably going to have to make a check to not slip, because that shit is real slippery.
Yep.
Okay, next up, this creature sees that you're starting to come after it. You see its mannerisms kind of change a bit, tilts the head, slinks back into the trees, but you see it very shortly after drop down out of the tree over here, holding another spear. And it's going to lob that at Arstotzka. Same ones as before. 17 versus AC.
Beats, beats.
Beats indeed. Okay, take 3. Well, actually, sorry. It's close enough to actually deal strength here. I just need to figure out what it is because I forgot it. Sheets. Okay, so you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Ord, you're up.
Oh, did you want me to make a check since I was hit on the
Yes,
rock?
please. Reflex save.
Reflex? Okay.
Yeah. 12.
Oh, it's
You slip.
expired by now, I think.
You think
So,
so?
Yeah, I set it at 30 minutes. It's been over than 30 minutes.
Mhm.
So we'll have to do another one.
Okay,
We're
that's
gonna do
fine.
another one.
Panda, if you don't mind doing that, since it's Ord's turn right now.
Doing
The snail pole. I made one earlier, but I guess nobody saw that it went up because I made it right around when the stream started.
Do I
Anyways,
You do indeed fall. You're going to slip.
fall? Okay.
You didn't fail by a ton, so you're going to slip off of that rock. You can tell me which square you want to land in. It can't be this one.
Can it be right there?
Sure.
Okay.
So you're prone in this space.
Prone. Okay.
Yeah, you see Trotska like
Ugh.
take this spear. It doesn't like sink in or anything. It's not that terrible of a blow, but it does. There's that thud against the armor, and she slips right off that rock into the water. Ord, you're up.
So we used our move to perception, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I will convert my standard into a move then. Okay, so all of these
Hydrate.
rocks are all of these rocks difficult terrain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all fairly slick.
So I can 15 here, right? Just without difficult terrain, because I can walk
Yeah,
5, 10, 15. Okay. And then that's 15. So 25, 35, and then can I hop down into this next space to finish my 40?
I need an acrobatics check, but yes.
Yeah, all right. No worries. Acrobatics check it is.
Killed it. Go for it.
All right, I'll hop down right there, and then really quick, I will just be like, hey, listen, Mr. Leafy Greens, I don't usually eat vegetables, but right now I'm going to make an exception. I'm brandishing his spear still at him.
Nice. Snail stuff. All right, Bodark, just in time. It's your turn.
Also hydrate.
Yeah, I did.
Already did.
He way the fuck over there.
Yeah, he's way out here.
Well, I can convert my standard to a move, right?
You can indeed.
You get one free. Does that seem fine? Sure, there's probably a better way of doing that.
It went away before I could look.
Yeah, I was moving basically jank from there to there.
Yeah.
And it said 30. It said 30. And I put like one diagonal in that. So,
yeah, it's fine.
I placed 2 cards face down and in my turn.
Yeah,
Panda.
You definitely got eyes on that dude now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what to say to make me happy.
All right. Arstotzka, you're up again. Round 2.
I get up,
Move action. You stand.
and then I turn my standard into a move, and I try and make my way up. So let's try that one. Acrobatics, correct?
Yes, please. Yes, please. That's fine. It's not a very high check. And then you can move through an allied space.
10. Was that 10?
Yes.
Okay, 10. 15?
Yep.
20, 25. Did I do any diagonal? Nope. So I can go here. 30. Done.
Yep, you're closing in. You see this creature's kind of it's a little bit taller than you, very thin, very like svelte kind of build. You don't see any more spears, but you do, now that you're close enough, even from the darkness and like kind of shadows it's in under the canopy of that tree, you do see these long claw nail type things. They're kind of blackened looking at the edge of each of its fingers, or at the end of each of its fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be his turn. He's going to step backward, just out of line of sight, over here. Ends his turn. Ord, you're up.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Let me see. Woo. How did I do that? Here we go. Okay, so I can make 20 there easily.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do that first. Okay, 20 there, and then is that difficult terrain?
Yeah, that's a
That
rock.
rock. Okay. So then if I go 5, 10, 15, 20, I can go around it up this way to like there, because that's 5, 10, 15, 20 around it, right? Or is it
Is that where you
25?
went?
Okay.
That's
There,
25,
right
yeah.
there. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, you've got eyes on him again. He's just out of your reach.
Oh, I'm throwing his spear back at him.
Okay.
I said I was going to do that.
So that is a thrown
Throwing
weapon.
the spear.
So
What,
it's gonna
is it
be...
a short spear, long spear? What
It's a
kind?
short
'Cause I can
spear.
pull it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a short spear.
I was going to say, I'll just pull it from the roll 20
compendium.
thing real quick. Yeah. That's the word I wanted. Whoa. Except that, what did roll 20 just do? Freaked out on me and refreshed all of a sudden. Now I got to reopen my character sheet.
You don't even have to pull it. You just do
Try
ranged.
that again. Oh, well, I
If
don't.
you just hit ranged attack, it's fine.
All right. There you go.
But it's still going to add strength to damage.
No.
If you hit him.
Doesn't matter if I roll like poopy. So
Eesh. And you're not raging still, right?
no, I'm not raging.
Okay. I mean, I guess that doesn't matter for this one, but still. So you hurl that, it sticks in the tree next to him. Just... He snaps his head over to you. But, yeah, doesn't quite hit him.
Yeah, that's when it just, oi! Don't throw things! Like,
Alright, Bodark, you're up. Hey, is this guy Golf Ball's cousin? They don't know
Wait,
each
why
other,
would you
Allie.
say that? They're different species.
Leave Golf Ball alone. He did nothing to you. He's a good guy.
The man appears to be over here somewhere, right?
Yeah,
He's moved back behind the thing.
yeah. So basically, he's a step back from here.
Yes, chase him off the map. I mean, that's kind of fuck all I can do. All my shit's within 25 feet.
Your spells? They should be 25 plus 5 per level.
Wow.
So you've got a lot more range than that.
I didn't know that. That's rough terrain going over those rocks, so that should be fun, right? Yeah.
That will do it, yep. I will need an acrobatics check for you, because this is also going down a level.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you make your acrobatics check.
Cool. I'll go ahead and move myself there, do my acrobatics check, right? Sounds fair?
Yeah. You'll make it to this space regardless. It's just whether or not you end up... Okay, you're fine. 15 is exactly what you need.
Okay. Yeah, boop, and then boop, boop.
Oh, jeez, Snake.
Huh?
How do you keep cutting yourself, my dude? I'm gonna have to get you a nanny or something. You okay? Hopefully you're okay. Didn't need stitches or anything. Okay, so we're there.
Oh yeah,
we'll just
that
make a
sucks.
thimble for your entire hand. That's what we'll do.
I mean, so Snake, this might
That's
make
just
you
a
feel a
gauntlet
little
at that
better.
point.
I had cut myself with scissors, trying to open in a cardboard box, and I did need stitches.
Let's not talk about opening things when Panda's here. He gets real sensitive about the fact that he can't do that.
Oh, I open them.
Oh,
The
he opens
bags
them.
are open.
You just can't close them again, ever.
Yeah, the
He
bags
opens
are
them
not...
forever.
Look, they're definitely not sealed once I open them. I just...
They are opened forever once
Yes.
Panda opens them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh. Be sure to get, like, some, Oof, yeah. Somebody who
Yes.
worked in a shop with a lot of, like, cutting sheet metal and stuff like that, make sure you disinfect it. I do.
Mhm.
Disinfect it, put some Neosporin on it. 'Cause,
take
you
some
only get, like,
Tylenol.
get
Something for the
topical
pain.
antibiotics on it and keep an eye on it. And if your veins start changing, be sure to go to a doctor and prescribe some antibiotics. So you definitely don't want it swollen up. I got bit by a cat one time. My hand swelled up and I couldn't close my hand from infection. So,
That's bad.
Yeesh.
but yeah, where am I? What was I doing?
Yeah,
moving
I
probably.
definitely advise seeing a doctor because anyway, I already posted that in chat. So
Yeah.
you moved. I believe that was just your move action.
Plus, I think every 2 levels. Okay, so.
Yeah. So for you,
So it'd be
you're
a total
5.
of 10 feet right now? Yeah. So 5 feet every 2 levels.
5 feet every 2 levels. So then that's
So
35 feet instead of 25. Yeah.
This is a good learning for Oh yeah, so I cannot see him though.
Yeah, unfortunately you don't have line of sight from there.
In theory I could cast it on the tree, and if it's an area of effect, it could just burst it.
Depending on what you're
Depends
doing.
on what the spell says as the target. Yeah, because
Yeah,
if
what
it
do you-
says
what do you want
you have
to do
to
here?
target a creature.
I could do burst of nettles again, which is just like another level 3.
Boop it for me real quick so I can see the... Because I know that's an area of effect, so...
I didn't put any of the modifiers on there, just to boop it.
Greatest burst... yeah, I'd say the tree would probably block it still.
Okay.
You would need line of effect here, for sure.
Okie doke. I will.
But you can ready in action if you like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to do a ready in action for. That's. What's the range on this? Did I put the range? Sorry, I'm looking at the acid dart now. It's a different section.
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly 30 feet.
Yeah. So, does that not get spell?
No, it's not a spell.
No.
It's just a
spell
yeah,
like
it's just one specific thing.
Okay. Is that work like the if he's just outside of that, like I get a negative to it?
No,
Like other
it's
range
exactly 30 feet. It's not a range increment thing.
Damn.
So
Okay.
you can ready for when he's within 30 feet, right?
He
That's-
probably
that's
won't be
fine.
though. Is the thing. I'll just
Okay.
go ahead and ready it. I'm not ready. Type in chat. Ready.
Okay.
So, dart. If. Okay. Nice.
Okay. Top of initiative. Arstotzka, you're up again. You're also muted.
Yes, I was trying to get back to the screen.
You're typing in chat, aren't you?
No, I wasn't typing in chat.
Well, you
Okay.
Take your turn.
What?
Take your turn.
Oh, yes. 5, 10, 15. Rough terrain.
No, it's just underneath the tree. That's
Alright.
where the canopy is.
20
Trunk is here.
and let's see, 25, 30. Yeah, I'll do 25, 30 right here.
Okay.
And then I'll try and strike it.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
20 is a hit.
Hooray.
Takes 7 points of damage. He
Excuse me.
seems to avoid the worst of it, but you do strike true. Sick. Slides out of it where like you would have probably hit an organ or something. He's able to dodge the worst of it, but
Okay, I am done.
he's still there. Okay. Next up, one moment. Okay, he's going to tumble. Going to move from here to here. Just giving an acrobatics check. Voices. Where is his? Looking at his stats. I know they got real good acrobatics. Where is that?
Dun, 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 dun. No.
So what is your CMD?
CMD 18.
Okay. Okay, he fails on a 2.
Hey, that's a fail.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope. Not quite.
He did roll low, below 10 though, so.
Yeah.
Tumbles
I
to
didn't
that
think he was
space.
actually going to fail, but I just
Which I
wanted it.
think is actually exactly within 30 feet. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
Full damage and attack.
Or I think you have it as a weapon, so you can.
Yeah. Attack modifier, nothing. Damage modifier.
This is
nothing.
versus touch, which is touch is okay.
Hey.
Oh, fuck. Okay, definitely doesn't confirm.
Yeah, that's a
With a
lame
7.
crit confirm. But still,
But
you hit
definitely
it!
hit him. You definitely. God damn, that crit damage would have sucked.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, okay, but you definitely hit him with that. So he takes 9 points of acid damage.
Sweet.
Fell by 5, please, just because it would be funny to see.
He kind of. You hear like a hiss from him, like of pain, grits his teeth, which you can see are these like sharp, thin, like needle-like yellowed teeth. They don't look like fangs or anything like that. They actually look filed. Just looking at them. And he takes that pretty well, and then he's going to use his standard. He's going to make 1 claw attack against you, Arsteltzka.
Yep. AC is 17.
It's going to register as a full attack, but I'm just going to count the first one.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
27 definitely hits. So you're going to take 2 points of damage. I need a fortitude save from you.
Yeah, fortitude. Boop, boop, ba-doop, boop. Heck yeah!
Crushed it. So you feel the wound burns and stings like a bit more than it should, but you resist the additional effect. That's the end of his turn. Ord, you're up. You saw him tumble his way to the other side over there after he got slashed. You hear him hiss in pain as an acid dart flew just past you.
I'm going to move.
Yeah.
Oops, excuse me. Right there, because I should be able to move around to get there
Yep.
to flank. And then I will, as part of my move action, I will draw my weapon.
Okay.
Since I didn't have it drawn because I threw the javelin.
Which mode, by the way?
I am going to be in meteor the double mode. So
Okay.
then I will swing.
It's because it's just a standard action. It's just the one. It's just the one swing still.
Yeah.
So it's not a 2-weapon fighting thing. So you have to do a full attack to get that.
Yeah. And I get +2 for flanking, right?
You do indeed.
Okay.
23 definitely hits.
Yeah, it didn't roll very high on my damage there. Yeah.
We did the same points of
He
damage.
takes 7 more. You're definitely wearing him out. He's starting to look a little bit worse off than when he first started. You can see some of the ivy leaves and stuff like peeled back to reveal this kind of reddened, tattered skin and cuts and things. It's red. It looks like flesh underneath all that. Bodark, it is now back to your turn. You have your full suite of actions.
That would be. Oh yeah, it does it automatically. Okay, good. I'm not in that tree, am I? At that point, I'm under the tree.
You're under the tree, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna move there.
You move right up next to him.
Yep. Bonjour. No.
Bunch.
Now, if you cast a spell from that distance, he does get an attack of opportunity unless you cast it defensively.
Mm-hmm. Even things like Flame Blade.
Yes.
Oh.
Unless it's a swift action, then it doesn't trigger. So you can cast it before you move.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what action flame. Is it a swift?
I don't know. Let me.
Swoop it. It should say what action.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to cast it either way, it's fine.
Duration. Oh wow. 3 foot long.
Yeah, boop.
Ooh.
Avatar. Melee touch attacks.
Boop.
Please boop it.
Spellable 2.
Yeah.
And I will throw something at you. Thank
He's
you.
booping it. Okay, it's a standard action, so yeah, you'd want to cast it before you move so he doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, so
You still left the shit. I hate you.
I didn't manage to do all of them. I did some of them.
Thought you did it on purpose. I straight up thought you did it on purpose.
That would
I did a bunch of them. I did. That's one of the ones I missed.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Okay, so you summon.
Yeah,
you,
I'll say it. I'll
you
do it
activate your
before I
lightsaber, and then
yes, and then go up to him, and I'll do an attack with it. Or is that the attack?
yeah, you already used your standard for now. So
Okay.
you've got it for 5 minutes. So from here on, you can make attacks with it as if it was a weapon.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. But it's a standard action to create it.
All right.
Just no free attack on this one.
Ooh.
So set the shit on fire if you want to.
Mm.
But I wouldn't.
Thinking about it.
Wait, you're a druid. What are you doing?
I never said I was a good druid.
Levels. Ooh, funny enough, that damage is actually wrong.
Look, man, I got Burning Disarm. I got Flame Blade. I got other things. They're not very.
The damage on this is not right. You should actually be doing one additional point of damage. For some reason, it only put +1. It should be +2.
Yeah, 1d8 plus 1
per 2 caster levels.
It should be, yeah. So and you have,
It's just how it's built. They just built it wrong. So
Yeah.
you just do 1 extra point of damage in what it says.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway. Cool. So you got cool ass Flame Blade over there now. Top of the initiative, Archslitska, you're up. Now flanking.
Yes, unfortunately, now that she's flanking, she seems way more confident, and for some reason is very sure that this is going to hit and potentially kill the thing, because that's what's happened all the time. I'm going to attack.
But did I get that back, by the way? No, I did not.
Oh, wait.
No, not quite. Damn. You don't have Dave's gift.
no.
But maybe you don't have his curse
rolling
either.
low?
Yeah, maybe you don't.
He seems to roll high on his recovery for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say I always
25 hits.
recover my spells, dude.
But
5
that
damage
curse
plus
on
sneak
him.
attack. 14
Say
points of
always.
sneak attack damage. He looks way worse off. That one hit a soft spot. You actually hear just like when he gets hit that time, there's like an audible grunt of pain, and you see blood starting to leak out of the wound. Even though you can see the red flesh underneath from like the injuries he's taken, but he still bleeds green.
Weird. And, yeah, I'm done. Arstoska looks kind of shocked, actually, though.
Un momento. Okay. It's his turn. This isn't going well. He's gonna tumble again. So since he's 3 people threatening him, let's see, what does that do to the check?
Minuses it, doesn't it?
A threatened area. Actually, I'm not sure. Let me look it up real quick. Oh, God. He has to attempt it against each of you.
Oh,
So-
okay.
I'm assuming, or do you have the highest CMD? Probably.
Probably.
I would think so.
My CMD is 22.
Yeah, that's higher than
So
mine.
yours is 22, and yours was 18,
Yep.
Arstoska. And then what was yours, Bodart?
11.
11. Okay, so he's definitely...
I too have a CMT.
I too. Have
You were also
CMD.
here. Well, so here's the thing. He has to check against each of you, and the difficulty increases by 2 each person. So he's definitely going to check against Ord first to keep that bonus as low as possible. You said yours was what?
22.
He's still got really good chances, but we'll see. Okay. Absolutely crushes that.
Son of a god.
So Snotska, he has to check against you for, against a total of 20 now.
Yes.
Which he could fail. Doesn't fail it. He succeeds the errors, which puts Bodarts at 15, which he cannot fail.
Oh,
Wow.
roll
He's
anyway.
got a bonus of 16.
Roll anyway. Why?
He still can't fail it, but
Yeah, that's a snail,
at least
though.
there's a snail.
It is a snail.
Oh my
At least
god.
there is a snail.
It's funny because it's nat 20, 10, nat 1.
Yeah,
Like it literally is
every-
highest roll, middle roll, lowest roll. Like
That's
So,
pretty good.
So yeah, Bodart as he's like juking past your 2 siblings there, and you think you've got a bead on him. Out of the tree falls a completely just helpless little snail, lands right on your hand, that like almost touching the flame blade. So you have to kind of immediately address it so the snail doesn't burn itself up on your weapon. But this snail is, I don't know. We'll give this one to Giselle.
Oh, okay. The
What does the snail
snail
look like?
has a actually surprisingly red shell with like little polka dots on it.
What color
And
polka dots?
first thing that came to mind was pink.
Okay.
this means you have to write it in the Discord.
So red shell, pink polka dots.
And the body's actually normal.
What's normal?
Like brown?
Brown.
Like dark brown. Okay.
Yes, normal, purple. Yes. No. No, dark brown.
So that's what stops you from being able to hit him when he tumbles past.
Yeah, as he's rolling, it loosens the snail.
Rolls over there. That was his move. And then
Over there is where? Sorry, you move out of sight. To the left.
he went straight over here. So you may not be able to see him.
Yeah, I don't think I can see him either.
And then he's going to, you know what?
I see the
Actually,
tippy top
he's
of him
really
right
fucking
there.
hurt. He seems to start fleeing. He's actually going to go off the map.
Jerk!
I can't throw the flame blade, can I?
You cannot throw the flame blade. But Ord, it's your turn. I'm gonna say he's just off the map because I don't want to feel like making extra map and stuff. If you're gonna go after him, we'll theater the mind it. But
No, I'm just gonna yell jerk. And that's pretty much it. That was gonna be my turn. I'm gonna go pick up his spear out of the tree and inspect it. If
I'm about to
he's
still
gotten
go
away.
by the way.
Oh well.
So that is move.
I'm gonna. Let me rephrase that then, because if the combat's still going, I'm not gonna inspect it. But I'm gonna go to the tree and try and pull it out right now.
Yeah. Okay. So it's over here.
Yeah.
So if you wanna go
I think
move
it's
over there.
like right over there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
With your strength, you pull it out. It seems it's actually completely made of wood. But the actual spearhead part of it, even though it's like kind of carved, it's almost just like a sharpened stick. You kind of whack it against the tree a couple times and just notice like the like puncture it made in the bark and everything. It feels awfully hard. Doesn't seem like it got bent or broken or anything from that. Even you threw it hard.
Right.
So
Cool.
I just saw your post in there, Panda. The hillbilly fae.
Oh,
Anyway, so you do that. That's your turn. Bodark, anything from you?
anger.
Anger.
You can see him escaping. He is not like out of sight yet.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you move kind of over to here at least, you could probably acid dart him again.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
Yeah. See, my plan was if I had a chance, I was
right there?
wing the spear at him
Right.
in another turn, but he's probably gonna be too far away.
Is it right there or one more? Yeah.
To the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left.
So for chat, you're not missing anything. The creature's off the map right now. So
Yep.
Yeah.
So what
You
you're
got another acid
that's
dart.
what we're seeing. Yeah.
Does he have any? Do I have any bonus because he's just running away? Or
No.
Okay.
He's not actually taking the run action. He just double moved. It would actually be a penalty just to his AC if that was the case. But so that's versus touch. I'm pretty sure that hits. Yep, that hits. So you deal. God damn.
That's you maxed that damage, I think.
Love that. Good
One of
job,
the die
Panda.
was-
5, 3, and a 6. That's definitely
Yeah, well above
high.
average.
Yeah.
Okay, he had 10 hit points left. Describe your kill.
Sweet.
As he's running. This dissipates the flame blade, right? When I do another, or is it a
Nope.
spell light?
Nope.
Okay.
You just use your other hand, probably, right?
Mhm.
You still have the flame blade.
Can I cast it through the flame blade because I like the idea, even if
Sure.
it doesn't actually do? Okay, cool.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
I gather the energy in my left hand, and I hold it, and I kind of swing it like a bat. It's out of it,
So you just,
and
this
catches
dart
him
of
square in
acid
the center of the back.
right in the middle of the back. You can see this like smoking hole appear in the back. Staggers a couple of steps, puts like his claws on the tree, like he catches himself, and then you just see him slide down and like rake a bunch of bark off, just face plants in the dirt. And you see that hole in his back start to spread and sizzle, burns all the way through the front of his chest, and all motion stops. Okay, back to top of the initiative.
Nice.
Arstotzka.
Do I see that he effectively took it down?
Yeah, you can see what happened there.
I'm gonna look around just to see. Maybe there might be more than one camouflage guy.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Yeah. Damn.
33. You see one right here, just behind the rock, moving towards you. But you do see that he seems to have stopped, and he's now looking. He's kind of like leaned to look past the tree. He doesn't seem to be looking at you at the moment. Like you just barely spot him. But he seems to be kind of like leaned over, trying to see past the tree, see what's going on over there.
Do I have a... I do. Okay, so I'm going to whisper, like try and pass a message to my big sister. There's another one over there with a point. I will try and bluff if that's good.
You're gonna whisper 15 feet from you. Okay. Give it a go.
Wait,
What was that?
that was a...
That was like a notification.
Yeah.
Okay.
Annoying.
What that? What?
Who there?
Okay. You are not able to pass that message of a 16.
Okay.
Not that far.
All right. Well, I tried.
Do I hear it? Because I'm closer.
Nah, she's trying to get it to Ord.
Oh, okay.
I was. And was that all my actions? Because I did a perception,
That's a move.
and I did...
Speaking is still free.
Okay, so I'll
Yeah.
change... excuse me, give me a second. Okay, I'll change my action into a move, and I will try and stealth move.
If you're not being observed, which I'm pretty sure he already knows you're there,
Oh, okay,
just because he's not looking directly at you.
okay. 5...
You would need to get something between you. So like if you were to be over here where you broke in line of sight, you could try to stealth. But you can't just do it while you're out in the open when he knows you're right there.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's 5, 10. I
Yes.
can't tell if that's rock, so I was just making sure.
Yeah, you're good.
15, 20. 25. And if I stepped right there, that would be terrain.
That's regular.
Oh, that's regular? Okay.
Yeah,
And
I'd say
30.
there's enough space in that spot.
I am done now.
Okay. This one that you've been moving towards turns to like watch you like rushing over there, and he kind of like recoils a little bit, and he whistles, and there's like a beat of like 2 seconds where there's like a bit of hesitation. You can feel like he's waiting for something. The rest of you all hear that whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And when nothing else happens, he retreats. He is retreating at full speed.
What a jackass.
So at this point, I'm just going to ask, are you giving chase? Are you like trying to catch him? Or are you just going to like try to run him off? Or what's the plan here?
I don't feel like we need to try and catch him because I'm more more concerned about what we need to do here personally. So I'm not going to chase him. But if you take off after him or something, I'll end up following you. But I'm not going to be one to initiate chasing him right now.
Arstotzka is not necessarily going to chase after him because we need to figure out what to do with, how to find the horses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bodark?
You're asking me a question?
Yeah, are you guys giving chase or not?
Chasing him?
Chasing who?
Yeah, that's true. You didn't see him.
Yeah.
Well, you heard the whistle.
You heard him whistle, and you
Oh.
saw one of your sisters start moving that direction.
Are they running away? That's not chase.
So I guess to answer
So
your
you guys
question,
weren't chasing.
Patrick. Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
You do eventually see him run out of sight. He just goes at full speed. You see him kind of duck behind a tree, and then for a split second, you see him kind of in the trees in the distance, and then he's gone.
No reason to prolong these fights. They're just slowing us down.
Combat at the moment is over.
Woohoo! Yeah, I'm tired of all these people being in our way.
So, you all come back together, and there is the silence kind of takes the grove again, where you can obviously see the body of that horse is still there. Are you guys doing anything particular here, or just looking around, or what are your plans?
Can anyone potentially track?
Look for hoof prints. Yes, I could.
Because that might be our best bet.
Is that a survival? Or...
Yeah, that'd be survival.
I'll give it a shot.
Arstotzka's going to keep an eye out for that jackass.
Okay.
Because he could come back.
Is Ord doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Or I'm gonna look at this spear, and I'm gonna kind of just try and figure out anything I can interesting about it. That's pretty much all I'm gonna do.
I kind of already told you the most interesting. It's just all wood. It just seems sharper and harder than a wooden spear, like a sharpened stick should be.
Okay. Then I'm gonna start whacking it against stuff to test its durability.
Okay.
Whack.
There we go. I was gonna say you could, if you're gonna experiment or do something with it, like let me know what it is and I can give you more. But that is something. It's
that is
quite
what
durable.
I'm gonna experiment. Yeah.
Like whacking against rocks and it holds up. You kind of feel it in your hand a little bit, almost like you're swinging something metal.
Mm-hmm.
After a few swings against a rock, you notice that it's actually making sparks.
Interesting. Okay.
Like once you kind of shaved away you've hit enough times, you've shaved away a bunch of the moss and stuff, and you're just hitting like the kind of semi-dry stone. You're actually getting sparks off of it.
That's cool.
Works.
Let's see, we got survival 24. So, Bodark, amidst the chorus of rock whacking.
Yeah.
You're kind of looking through. You look like in the area where the water is and such a little bit, and seeing if maybe there's some prints like kind of underneath it because it's not super deep. It's fairly shallow in most of the spots that you're seeing here. But you don't quite see any hoof prints or anything. You go and start looking in the grass, and you do finally see some. There's an odd quality to them. They look very much like hoof prints of a horse, but it's the distance that's a little weird. It doesn't match a gallop. They're almost like you'll see like a couple of prints here, and then 20 feet ahead you see the next set. Like they're taking these massively long strides.
Do the hooves appear normal size?
They appear normal sized. They appear the size of like a decent sized horse, not like overly massive though.
Does the layout? This is a weird horse thing. Does the layout of look like? Oh yes, like let's put hoof print, and then a huge gap. Hoof print.
Like you're saying
like where they're like touching,
like they're getting like a running start and leaping. No, it looks like they're all these big gaps. Like this is the stride. Hoof print, far distance, hoof print, right?
Okay. So,
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
But yeah,
I don't know what to do with that information, but I have it.
So it's just it tells you that these are not normal horses, right? So these are probably the ones you're looking for, but you do see them. You're able to track them, however. So
it looks like the remaining ones went this way. Yeah, the state.
Yeah, you see they head off to the south a little bit. So you're able to kind of relay that to your two siblings there. Arstotzka, while you're looking around, when you're kind of checking things and sort of you look into the reflection of the spring. Especially when you look in that top level of it, it looks a little odd. You expect it to reflect trees or the sky or something like that, but it looks a little weird. And when you walk a bit closer to it, you realize the reflection in that is of a different place. Looks like an open field with very tall grass, similar to what you were walking in just before you hit the tree line. And you see a couple of fairly familiar figures moving through this grass. Just on the other side of a rushing, rapidly moving river. And these two figures with their red caps and long, bushy, scraggly, white beards, no longer wearing these cloaks. They're wearing kind of sort of too short but loose enough clothing on these like squat, stocky bodies. These big, oversized, cleated shoes, each of them with a huge scythe over their shoulders, walking alongside a goat that is being led by what appears to be this like very small grayish creature with like wisps of red coming off of him and like a long scarf holding a chain and hugging him along.
Arstotzka will gasp and point. Look! There's a Klondike, and oh no, they're by the river. We need to find the horsies.
How far away from us are they, by the way? I think you said, but
how far away? Oh no, you're seeing them in a reflection in the pool.
Oh,
like, basically scrying them. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought she could actually like see. Okay, that makes sense.
No.
So they're by the river already. Got it.
Mm-hmm. So as you're examining that, you see movement behind another one of the trees. You see it looked like someone was peeking out and quickly disappeared, and you hear some soft muttering from the tree line, whispered voices, and they seem to kind of slowly spread until you're surrounded by them. Bodark, you being the closest to the actual line of trees as you were tracking the horses, this is pretty obvious to you. You start to hear this and you like look into the trees. You don't see anyone, but you definitely are hearing the voices. And finally, excuse me, leaning out from behind one of the trees first, just one, you see a woman whose skin seems to be made of smooth wood, hair of like green leaves, green and like kind of brown leaves, almost like fall, kind of sharp pointed ears.
Kind of wood.
I didn't hear what you said.
What kind of wood? Is it like a birch wood?
Oh god, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Dryad wood, okay?
Okay.
So,
I know. Like if it's a Bodark, it's like spiky, you know. If it's oak, you know, it's another thing. But yeah, we'll just say it's wood.
It's wood.
Wood.
Yeah, she's made of.
Ellie says it's fur.
No, she's not covered in fur. She's covered in wood.
No, fir wood.
I mean,
Oh
based
my
on
God.
the leaves, we'd say maple, maybe. I guess, but you see her kind of peek out and look at you, and she says in a different language, which surprise you understand. She goes, "Are they gone? Did you chase them away?"
Is that all of us understand, or just Panda?
Just
Okay.
Dark.
Okay.
Scrubs. No.
Scrubs. No, yeah.
Oh. I will.
And
I
when
will
she
dissipate.
says that, you hear what she asks kind of echoed in the trees all around the grove.
I just want it to be known, I'm very much not paying attention. I'm swinging around this spear like a maniac right now. I'm like just wiggling it like this, and just flipping
Like
it and doing everything I can.
Like the gif of that dog that's got like the fucking rope coin that's like swinging around.
Yeah,
Dark
that's
Marvel.
me right now, 100%. I am doing exactly what you do when you get a new weapon in Dark Souls. You're trying to figure out like how the combo chains work, and you're just attacking nothing for a while.
Dave
That
has a
is
health
exactly what I'm
bar
doing.
across the top of the screen. And, I the flame blade away, and I hold my hands out. It says, "We killed one, and the other one ran away. So only two."
Way. You hear the voices all do that, and all of you, the other two of you, can hear the whispers and stuff. Seem to be kind of a chorus of things, and then slowly you see more of these wooden leaf-haired women kind of lean out from behind the trees, and then they slowly walk out to greet you. Two of them walk up to you, Bodark, and the one who was previously speaking to you says, "Thank you. They had been creating traps in our woods, and we would find them and dismantle them, but they would make more, and they would attack. But it's good. Now we can easily protect our mother." And they all seem to be gravitating toward the large tree at the center there. "We didn't want to bring violence to this place. It would upset her. It's better if outsiders take care of that kind of thing. Things that leave when they're done, not things that plant themselves in the soils. Thank you, travelers." Did you come
try to
here for a
refrain?
reason? Go ahead.
I'll try to refrain from using fire.
You're holding the flame blade. And
I had it away when I saw a person made of wood show up.
Shouldn't seem intimidated by it.
No.
I do have. What's that other spell? That I'd be interested if I had to fight one of these things of how well it would do. Wood shape. So, yeah. Oh no!
That'd be rude.
Yeah, it would.
He's wood.
Oh.
But yeah, the other two, you see all of these walk out. You see all of them walk out, start to move toward the tree, and coincidentally toward you.
Arstotzka starts hiding behind Juice and goes, "What's happening?"
I think these are the people that live here.
They're not horses.
I mean, the horses live in the forest. I think many things can live in one place. Like, I live in our house, you live in our house, the rats live in our house.
In the
Or-
middle of our street. Sorry.
Yes, our father lives in our house. Yes.
Or while you're still over there flailing about, noticing these ladies all walking toward the tree, kind of giving you a wide berth, just in case. Oh, sorry, Panda, were you gonna say something else?
No, I was probably gonna say, or be careful.
Ah. they are giving you some space. So you kind of whip around one direction and like turn toward the tree. You see a different figure there. I closed the description because I'm smart.
I'm gonna do that thing you do when you suddenly like get not caught, but like when you're doing something and then somebody walks in and you realize that they've been watching you for a second. Like if you were just swinging around a stick in the house and then somebody just walks in the room and you're like, yeah, oh hi, like you're not doing anything, just like lean on the spear, like what's up? I wasn't doing anything.
You look up, you see this person, or more, you see the silhouette of a person, because there appear to be some like hummingbirds and other things that have fluttered down out of the tree and are holding up what looks like a kind of curtain of spider silk to obscure this creature's image. You can see a feminine shape behind it. And you can kind of see her moving just a bit on the other side, rising up out of the water, arms extending for a moment. And just outside of the curtain, you see a couple of delicate fingers just barely peek out a bit. And you hear her speak and says in Ulis, actually. She just says, "This grove has more than one protector. The dryads here are the tenders of the Gather Grove trees, and this, their mother, is something of my charge as well. But you've done us a great service, and I'd rather not simply tell you to leave, even though you must. In what way can we return the favor?"
We're
My sisters.
oh,
Go ahead.
we're looking for the horsies that travel really fast because we want to beat Alabastard.
The slipwinds.
Yes.
Interesting.
Alabastard has taken a friend of ours.
That sounds like something he would do. How unfortunate. I don't command the slipwinds. They are animals of this world. If you can befriend them, you are welcome to ride with them. I'm sure they would enjoy the adventure. You can kind of hear the smile in her voice. I can call them back here and give you the chance, of course. It seems like such an easy thing when you've risked your lives. Come. Her hand comes out from behind the curtain of spider silk. Says, "At least allow me to heal your wounds."
At that, Erstoska gleefully like jumps towards the hand.
Go over toward like kind of the side of the curtain. She says, "I'll warn you not to look past the curtain, just for your own good."
She'll turn around and like
reaches out.
go like backwards.
The
reaches
curiosity
out.
really tried to kill this cat, man.
Touches your shoulder.
Yeah.
And
Horde. I dressed your horde forward as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I need some healing, but like I really want to know, why can't we look behind the curtain?
Because like of kings and things like that, royalty.
Nope. Silly rules for silly people. I really want to know. Silly rules for silly people.
Ooh,
our
dang!
heal 19.
Yay,
Right.
fully healed.
She says, Well, to put simply, you're impressive as you are manfolk. Looking upon me can damage your eyes.
But
I'm not
like,
Scarletto. I'm not Scarletto.
how? Why? Okay, sure.
You need your eyes.
Sure.
Yeah, you
But
might
they're
need
not
one of
my
them.
eyes. is what it is. There's some other guys.
I see that you are children riding the forms of heroes past,
Yes.
destinies unfulfilled. But you do need their eyes for now. Know this, the things in the first world are deeper and more primal than what you're used to. Emotions, flavors, scents, pain, any sensation has a level beyond what is allowed in the material, and the same goes for beauty.
How are
Your
you gonna
eyes
ride the?
are
Oh, sorry.
not fit to see me.
How are you gonna ride the horsey if you can't see where you're going?
The horse
horse
knows
has
where
eyes.
it's going. Yeah, thank you.
The horse knows how to get home. It says
Have
the
you
drunk
seen this
man
thing?
riding the horse.
I just whip up my meteor hammer for a second. I'm like, have you seen this thing? I don't need to see stuff to hit it. And it's just like,
There's a giggle. She says, well, if your request is to test the strength of your form, you may look, but you have been warned.
I just kind of like slump. I'm like, no, we gotta beat that stupid jerk. I don't want to lose my favorite color.
There's another laugh, and the hand beckons. Just holds it out like to give you the healing. The same thing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you go over.
Yeah.
Do you try to look behind the curtain?
No.
Dave. Do you? Okay.
No. I want to, but I don't.
Okay, you heal 15.
Cool.
And what's that put you at?
Let me do math. 44.
Out of more.
53.
You get another one. She got 3 prepared, so you get 12 more.
Hooray. That puts me at full.
I don't need one anyway.
And you
Not
are
really.
at max. Okay. So. Since
Thank
you are
you
fully
so
healed,
much.
You're very welcome. But your ancient tongue speaking friend there, I have another offer for you. Please, she beckons.
More? Yes.
Walk over.
Approach?
You see the hand
Yeah.
retreat. And you see the silhouette kind of reach up, and you kind of see the hair move somewhat. And she holds out what appears to be a small bow of glistening starlight colored hair tied with some kind of like golden string. Holds it out to you and says, a simple token of my affection. Something to inspire you to fulfill your destiny.
I do have one request.
See the head tilt?
Can nothing be done for this creature? And I gesture at the deceased horse.
Worry not for the creature. Simply keep in your heart the same compassion that you show your siblings, and this favor will serve you well. But that slipwind will return as all things in the first world do, as we have nowhere else to go. Your cycle started here, and a version of it is contained here. The slipwind will return, whether it's in its form now, or it chooses another. Shed no tears for it.
Arstotzka coughs at that. because she
No
has
more
already shed tears.
Do you take the token?
Yes.
Okay. Bodark.
I don't have to eat it, do I? Okay.
You do have to carry it on yourself. What is your alignment? Or if you didn't write it down, then
I was lawful neutral. Is what it was.
lawful neutral.
Yeah.
As long as you retain your alignment, then you will remain under the affection of this nymph and will retain her inspiration, which will give you a +4 insight bonus on all will saving throws,
Wow.
craft checks, and perform checks.
Okay.
For you, will saving throws is the main thing, but still.
Name, Dryad?
Nymph.
Dryad. Nymph.
Mm-hmm. The others are dryads. This is a nymph.
NYPH? NYNPH.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't type. Nymph saying mods +4 to will saving throws. Is that what you said?
Yep. +4 insight bonus.
Insight. And crafting and whatnot. But
Yeah, craft and perform. But yeah.
Juice, that's so cool that you have a destiny.
The other dryads all they kind of lean into the woods. They also step back a little and they start to call out into the woods. And they're saying that it's a little bit of a sing-songy voice, but they sing that all is safe, all is fair. Please come home. And then about a minute or two later, more of these leafy, colorful-looking horses rush into the grove. There appear to be 5 of them. 2 of them kind of they kind of wander around. They get some affection from the other dryads and things, but they basically immediately wander off again. The other 3, they get a bit of affection from the denizens of the grove, but they seem a bit more curious about you newcomers. So they hang around.
quick question. You said insight. So
It's an insight bonus. That's the type of bonus.
oh, it's okay. Because insight is not a check.
It's not a skill.
Yeah. Okay. That's why I was a little confused. Like, is that? But yeah.
Yeah, the bonus type.
Good too.
But yeah,
All right.
so there's 3 of them that are hanging around.
Arstotzka's basically like moving in place, like curious and excited, but she's like, "Big brother, do you know how to make the horses okay with us?"
I can try. Sorry, I don't want to again.
What we'll do, this is going to be a skill challenge, obviously.
Yeah.
So first, we're going to say you're probably going to try to bond with one of these yourself first, right, Bodark?
Yes.
And then try to sort of foster a connection with your 2 siblings with the other 2. So you'll need to get at least 2 of these things bonded to you to really gain the benefit of their speed, because only 2 of you can fit on one.
Mm-hmm.
Getting all 3 would be the best, because you all have one, but you need at least 2 to gain the benefit of utilizing their speed. So let's try for the first one. It kind of trots around and starts drinking out of the water a little bit. Let me know how you want to approach and how you want to go about trying to get this thing on your side.
Sir, I speak in a soothing tone, like, "Hey there, big guy. Yeah, how are you?" I'm gonna just start between 2, is it? And I approach slowly with my hands down, like out. Like, gonna start going, "Are you? Is that good water?" And then I start slowly approaching it, and I'm kind of start doing like this motion with my hand. Chill.
Okay. Just be very cautious, very careful.
Yeah.
Okay. So I believe for you, so wild empathy will apply here.
Will
they are.
Do I have wild empathy?
Because they're fey, I believe. No, I think they still count as animals. Yeah, they're fey touched.
Oh no.
Yeah, these still count as animals, not magical beasts.
Would be a handle animal check?
Boop wild empathy real quick for me.
I don't see it on my thing.
I'm pretty sure you have it. Did you not put it on?
I thought I did. I thought I got everything.
Part
I
of
have
traits.
nature's bond, nature sense, wild shape, resist nature's lure.
Maybe you guys don't get it. Hold on.
Ellie, zebras are nightmares on hooves.
Yeah, you should have
Okay.
gotten it first level. Okay. Wild empathy. A druid can improve the attitude of an animal. This ability functions just like a diplomacy check made to improve the attitude of a person. The druid rolls 1d20 and adds her druid level and her charisma modifier to determine the wild empathy check result.
Oh yeah, why did I not? Okay. Why did I miss that one? Okay. It's probably because it's the last one on there.
Yeah, just got to be within 30 feet. Generally takes 1 minute, but some things can cause it to take more or less time. But yeah, all this is fine. So that's going to be your level plus your charisma added to your roll.
So 5 and 1. So 6.
Yep. Starting attitude.
Or should I just do a charisma roll adding my level?
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, charisma roll adding and then add a +5 bonus.
Hey.
20,
Unnatural.
nice. So it's the
That
DC
is super
on this,
nice.
because its starting attitude is going to be indifferent, just like normal. I actually should be giving you a +2 because the dryads are kind of sort of helping foster this a bit. So that's gonna be a 22. I'm not gonna make you reroll, which is a lot. Indifferent DC is 15 plus its charisma bonus, which is +0. So you absolutely crushed that.
Good job.
So after a minute or two of just kind of talking softly to this thing, you can see that there is a little bit more of a kind of understanding in this creature's eyes as you talk to it. It seems like it kind of reacts to certain things, like when maybe you're just talking to it about your sisters or who you are, where you come from, but it does seem to kind of react to it as if it sort of understands a bit. You explain what you need its help with.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't nod necessarily, but you do see kind of its motion, like it kind of shakes itself off a little, like it's getting ready to run. But it sort of trots around and sticks into one area, gives you an occasional look, and like it's kind of waiting for you.
Yeah. So I need to talk to your friends.
Do you have speak with animals?
I do not.
You didn't prepare it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, well,
It's okay.
There's other damaging things that I was like, I'd rather take.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you tell it you're going to talk to its friends, and you're going to do that. So, here's how we're going to handle this. Whose bond do you want to try to foster next?
The youngest. She'll be mad if I don't.
Yeah, I even have ranks in ride, which is not a skill for for unchained rogues, but I have ranks in it. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. Never mind.
I have no ranks in ride, but that's okay.
We're gonna have you just make the same. It's the same check. Depending on your level of success is going to determine what check that I'm going to have Arstotzka make.
Oh boy.
So again, charisma level and an additional +2 because the dryads are chill.
Exactly.
Okay,
You know what?
so
I'm gonna say +3.
6, 7.
We'll say it's
8.
easier after you've convinced one of them.
Okay, so 8. Yeah. Ooh, not as good.
A 15. A 15's Xaxes. It's literally DC 15.
Yeah,
So-
Xaxes.
So you're able to kind of get this thing convinced. It seems to like you. Then as you start kind of trying to introduce your youngest to it and be like, hey, she's the one who's going to need your help, it gets a little bit more uneasy. So, Arstotzka, I need a handle animal from you.
Damn it. Oh, well.
You are going to get, however, you're going to
Okay.
also get to add Bodark's level, which is +5.
Ooh, yay. Thank you. Oh, I did
Yay.
good.
25. Absolutely crushed it. You kind of get the same reaction. I'm assuming Bodark probably tell her, like, hey, tell it what you need, what you need its help with, and you sort of like coach her through it, and it gives that same understanding and kind of looks around, sees its friend over there, trotting around waiting, and it goes over and they start to play a little bit. Not too rough, they're just kind of keeping each other busy. On to number 3. Same check from you,
Yep.
Bodark.
So 8 still.
9 now.
9.
additional
So
plus
another one went into the.
Yeah.
16.
It's just just barely got it. So Ord, same thing for me. I need a handle animal with a
All right.
+5 bonus.
Handle animal with oops, where'd that?
Bamble.
Blah, 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 blah. There we go. I lost my bonus thing for a second. You know, the little pop up.
16. Barely. So
Yay for barely.
so between all of you, you're able to get all of these what they call them slip winds on your side. They all are kind of not restless, but they're a little bit excited, sort of trotting around near the edge of the forest, waiting for you. They occasionally kind of stop and they'll slow down and kind of look at you. Anytime you kind of start walking closer, like, oh, is it time? And when you're ready to go, so are they.
Heck yeah.
Right above your shoulder, Bodark, tiny fairy-winged goat appears. It's just like, all right, so we're past the river, and that was a hell of an experience. But wait, are we in the Gather Grove?
Yep, we made friends with the horsies and the tree people.
Snaps his head over. Oh, and those are slip winds. Oh, that's fantastic. You're going to move so fast. Do be careful, though. If you start moving too quickly, you might get some attention. I hear the hunt's around, and you don't want to tussle with them. Look, if the hunt starts chasing you, just go. Better advice than that. Don't just go. Look, they're going to see it as a contest. You're going to want to shout out where you're racing to. That way you've got a destination. I suggest the river. That's what he says.
Okay. Who's the hunt?
Oh, they're right bastards. Real strong, real powerful. Sometimes in this neck of the woods, there's a lot of them. They're sort of like people, but they're also sort of like a group, and they're also sort of like a king amongst them, who sort of commands the whole thing and steers it about, but really they're individuals. They just sort of move like a single entity in a way. You know, lots of sortas.
Lots of sortas.
Hard to explain, you know, but trust me on that. You probably won't run into them. I wouldn't worry too much. Just if you do be very worried, and make sure you shout out that we're going to the river. Speaking of river, though, look, if we're here, that means you can look into the pool of scrying. You could probably see me.
I
That's 'cause you
did.
didn't- And you didn't do anything. Splash around or something. Give me a distraction.
Oh, I didn't know it was like that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
He's like doing backflips on your shoulder, Bodark. Come on, to the pool, let's go! Excuse us, ladies, we've just got a little business to take care of. He's like bouncing.
Well, move to the pool.
Yeah, I know where the pool is.
You see the same thing that Arstotzka saw. You see these creatures dragging Klondike around. Look, there's the bastards. Like, I don't know, poke that one right in the face. Get him right in the gob. See if it does anything. Oh, I've heard great things about this pool.
So Arstotzka looks over to good old middle sister Aslan and goes, "Why don't you bap the stick on that dude?"
I'll take the spear I have and just right into the one of the bad dudes. Either of the red cap looking motherfuckers.
Okay.
Don't you want to do it the one holding Klondike?
No, because I don't want to accidentally hit Klondike.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Jab one of the red caps. Okay. I need a charisma check from you.
Ooh, boy.
Check.
Let's go. Surprisingly, not my dump stat. Let's do it. Oh, but I roll bad, so it doesn't matter.
It happens.
Jab. There's a big ripple in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And when it clears up, you see that red cap looking up, like almost like he's looking at you, but he's just like staring. He's stopped moving. He's looking around. The other one goes, "The hell are you doing?" I thought I felt something. Did your heart grow 3 sizes? Fucking move! We got a job to do! See him flip him off and starts walking again.
That's
No. Put more soul into it, you know?
Juice, your turn.
I will attempt to knock off one of their hats.
One of the hats.
That is charisma check.
Yes, it is. There's like a splash, kind of water moves a little bit, and you see the one that was previously yelling at the first one is like kind of jogging in these big oversized boots. He's got like a big bald, like shiny bald spot. He's got like the freaking like crescent of white hair around the rim. Runs out, like running, and you see his like hat is kind of dipping in the wind and like moving a little bit. And he jumps up and catches it. Fucking hell! Stupid shit! I'm not gonna lose my hat. And the other one just kind of like, thought you said we had a job to do. Can't even keep your cap on. Chases back after him. No, I was expecting a bit more, you know, just
Little sis.
And
I don't know how many tries we get.
Arstotzka goes for the chain that has Klondike, and she like reaches in and grabs it. I mean, like does the whole grasp as though she was trying to break it apart.
Splash. Okay, and charisma check.
All right, here's my one. Oh no, but
Whoa, gosh, guys.
we
are.
Yeah, it's rough.
I'm not a charisma
We are
girl.
dull.
Not
we
here.
we are not a charisma group in general.
Right? So you see this big splash and stuff, and then the weird dark creature, you see him kind of wrapping the chain around one arm, just tugging a little bit, and Klondike on your shoulder, Bodart kind of jerks into the side of your neck, and just, I don't think you like that! Pulls him to, and he's just like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but something's happening. You two aren't nearly this clumsy most of the time. And they all start kind of looking around. The curtained woman, you can see her form is kind of turned to face you. She says, "It won't let you try that forever. Maybe one more spirited attempt. Why don't you all try together?"
Oh, okay.
Well,
who
what
should
should we
we aim
try?
for?
Let's see if we can slow him down somehow. How do?
Oh, like smacking both of the guards away?
Or I don't know.
Okay, so like out of character, I think I'm trying to communicate like splashing the water on the 2 red caps to like go out of the pond essentially.
I'm not sure how interacting with it works. So,
I'm tempted to just belly flop into that. I may just do that.
Yeah, well, I am fine with that. We can say you do that just as we're discussing what to do.
I am.
I was gonna say, how does that become a thing you're all doing? You can lift him up, and
that's what I'm saying.
If you want to try to do it as
both of us and goes into it.
Yeah, I was gonna just grab them and
larger than us.
First jump in. Like literally just like pull them and just feet first, like try and like smash my feet into the red cap.
Oh.
Okay. You're gonna hit more than the red cap just.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
So you grab them both and just jump in the air as high as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for you,
it's
you're trying to do this big jump.
Wet.
That's going to be either I will allow an athletics, but otherwise it's an acrobatics. So I assume you're going to go athletics.
I will go with athletics. Yeah.
This is for the jump.
How high do we get?
Pretty high. That's pretty good. A few feet in the air, like all the way up, like knees up to the chest for the stomp. How do the other two contribute? You don't have to. It could just be you're just yelling something in excitement. You can cast. I don't care. Like, just give me something. How do you contribute to the event?
Oh, sorry. Go on.
I just state not again and look.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Arstotzka screams, but then does like a Chun-Li kick over in the area that she can to the guy holding Klondike.
What do you mean by a Chun-Li kick?
Like
the lightning kick thing?
Let me double
check.
check.
The rapid one?
Can I do a tiger kick?
The spinning bird kick?
Tiger when you do it. You can go tiger.
Like the flip upside down split kick thing?
No,
the fuck are you talking
the
about?
one where one of her legs is tucked in, but the other one is straight out.
The flying kick, right? Like
I think that's just
the trip or the aerial one.
I think the aerial one. Let me double check.
So either way, you're doing a kick.
Yes,
I guess is the point. Is it a pose, or are you trying to like fall out of your sister's grip and hit and like actually kick the pond?
Yeah, fall out of my sister's grip and kick out of the pond.
Okay, so it's not a pose. Okay, so for you, what the hell? So, I'll let that be an acrobatics for you, Arstotzka.
Okay, cool.
And trying to fuel the event with your not even apathy, apprehension. What even? You know what? I'll say you get I'll give you a wisdom check for this, Bodark.
Wisdom check.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Big sibling energy.
Good lord. That's a straight skill check, and you still tied for highest.
Yeah, you did. Good job.
Okay. So you all do that. Brandon. Ord leaps into the air, both siblings in your arms. Your younger sister, like, screeching with joy, like, pitches forward right as you're coming down to try to kick the water. And just before you land, Bodark's not again. Whoosh! Water goes flying up out of the spring. All the dryads get kind of splashed. They're all kind of giggling at it. Birds like all sort of flutter. You see like the curtain kind of move and stuff. They're like, oh shit! Don't get it wet! Don't get it wet! All the water sort of like lands back in there, and from your shoulder, Bodark, you hear Klondike going, "God, so above! Oh, this is my chance!" And then he disappears.
Yeah.
As the water settles, you see this fading image of you see this fading image of Klondike sprinting across the field with a chain just like flopping behind him as 3 small angry creatures chase him. You can kind of see he's running toward the river is what it looks like.
So he's backtracking.
Yes.
Okay. Run, Klondike, run. Yes, JP.
But now you have the slip winds with you. So I'm guessing you guys hop aboard and give chase?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
day. Let's go.
Again, I will say thank you so much. This is so fun. Before hopping on.
You jump astride the slip winds. Good lord, I'm trying to read and talk. Let's go back to the overworld for now. Okay. You start hauling ass. These things can fucking move. You are making your way toward the river at a rapid pace. Mm-hmm. And you notice that there's a lot of vegetation and undergrowth. There's lots of just things that could get in the way that made trekking through these woods pretty difficult, especially not if you're not going on the path. And you told them what you wanted them to do. You're not even really having to steer them. They're going. And they're not really following the path. They seem to just very seamlessly, unlike any horse that you have ever known, seem to be able to weave in and out of these branches easily. As if it's nothing to them. It's like it's open fields. And they move at a breakneck pace. Full gallop is the hardest part of it, is just maintaining your balance on them because you don't have saddles. And you're just like, good fucking lord, these things are fast. But the terrain doesn't seem to make a difference. Because they have woodland stride, so they keep moving.
I give mine all the compliments possible.
You try, but it's more like, good horse, oh my god, this is fast, this is fun. It's really difficult to talk because they're going.
Whereas, I am very much just trying to be like, yeah, horse, yeah, as fast as I can. Just excited. I am all about it. I just want to go fast.
Doing the thing where I'm basically sport biking it, where I'm trying to get as low as possible on it.
Doing the jockey thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we need. Because you have been warned about the wild hunt potentially taking notice of you.
Yep.
He did say, if you go too fast, but that's not really what he meant. He really meant if you're going fast enough to get attention, but not fast enough to get away. That's the problem. You're definitely going fast enough to get attention, but are you going quick enough to get away? And the best way to determine that is with, of course, ride checks amongst the 3 of you. Yeah, unless you have an argument for something else, I think the default check here is a ride check. See how well you keep your balance, how well you avoid knocking your head against stuff as you're moving, staying on the horse so it doesn't have to slow down to accommodate you, right?
Yep.
Of course I have ride as a class skill, but I didn't put any points into it because I didn't think I'd be riding anything.
Yeah. It is what it is. So...
Yeah, I besides handle animal, it's ride, but I'll be at a higher check.
I have fast stealth.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even bother.
No.
All right, so we're gonna meet the hunt, guys.
I'm not hearing anything so far. Handle animal.
I'm ready to ride. Let's go.
You could maybe try to organize your group a bit better with handle animal, but as far as
running fast enough.
Yeah, as far as your actual ability to stay on the horse and not slow it down, that's I'm not seeing much for handle animal.
I do have woodland stride. Starting at 2nd level of druid, may move through any sort of undergrowth, such as natural thorns, briars, overgrown areas, or similar terrain.
You do indeed have that. I'm gonna factor that into the DC for your check.
I'll boop it. So.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad
habits.
It might be easier for you.
Your DC will be much lower because of that.
All right, so ride checks.
Ride checks.
Ride checks.
That's about right.
That's 1 fail. That's a success.
Nice.
Hooray.
For you, that is success.
Oh, thank God.
So that's your first round. So you get through kind of the first leg of this trip. These horses are going fast. And you are noticing, though, that the vegetation is getting thicker. Much less regard for travelers. The trees are closer together. The branches are closer together. There's like hedges and bush and all sorts of stuff that the horses have zero trouble with. However, it's going to take a little bit of gumption for you to like kind of just brace yourselves and like get through this for those of you who don't have Woodland Stride. In fact, Bodark, you don't have to make a check this round. You're going to count as a success here.
Nice.
Because, like the horses, this stuff doesn't bother you. You kind of just lay flat on them. They just rush through these hedges and all sorts of stuff. But for the other two of you, this is less of a matter of just your ability to ride and your ability. This is more of this kind of a toughness thing. Like when you're getting whipped with stuff and like bugs are hitting you and like there's like thick leaves and thorns and stuff that are kind of like scraping and stuff, like how well you keep your composure and can just muscle through it, one of the two. So, by default, I am going to make this a Constitution check. You may argue other things.
Nope, I'm good with con.
You can argue for a skill, which you're going to have a better chance of success with as well.
Let me look. Would I have a better chance? Yes, I would. Athletics, just because you're like, disturbing the toughness like thing, and never mind.
I will allow an argument for athletics. That's fine.
But I need an actual argument.
As I say, if we want to do athletics, is holding onto a horse has got to be fairly similar to holding onto a wall high above something. If we're using athletics as climb, right? It's a similar set of skills. Like it's grip strength, it's forearms, it's like your coordination of your body and your ability to hold on to things.
Like, okay, Pan is over there smiling because he doesn't have to do it. No, I think that's fine. Yeah, basically, I can see it as you're more like focusing just on the task.
Yeah.
But letting it come down to more of like, is your body capable of this rather than like, getting hit by the distractions and just, can you take it? Yeah. So, okay, I'll allow for athletics for both of you then, if that's what you want.
Oh, thank God, because that's a bit better than my Constitution.
1 success, 2 success.
It's a
1 fail again.
Large amount better than my con, so.
Total failures. 2 total failures for this whole challenge. So there are basically moments where, our Stuska is like about to fall off or is like complaining that, there's, bushes keep hitting her or whatever, or screams because there's literally like a whole thorny vine like attached to her clothing riding up the side of her face. And like somebody has to go over and pull it off. But it's slowing you down. You can tell this is just not her skill set at all. But it is definitely slowing you down from your initial breakneck pace. Enough so that in the distance behind you, you hear what you're almost certain is someone blowing a horn. Now you're on the final check here. 1 more failure, and you contend with the wild hunt. So, the last leg of this, you're trying to get to the river. It's opened up a little bit. It's actually starting to look more like the forest you've seen before. However, not exactly like the forest you've seen before. There are still strange and wondrous plant life all around the area. Things that you are better off avoiding, for sure. Again, the Slipwinds don't seem to pay this stuff much mind. This stuff's not after them. It doesn't bother them. They're not intruders. But you are. And so there are some moments you're going to have where you'll see 2 brightly colored plants or something trembling or an animal hanging out of a tree branch staring you down, and you think maybe you're going to go more this way or more this way. This is going to be a check to determine whether you can avoid some other dangers and things you're seeing on this last leg. By default, I'm going to call that a perception check, followed by a ride check. The
Yeah,
perception, of course, determines the DC for the second thing. Because the earlier you notice it, the more time you have to make that correction.
Uh-huh.
Okay? In order for another failure to happen, someone would have... If one person fails, one of each of these, that's what's going to count. Okay? So if anyone fails the perception check, and then anyone fails the ride check, that's your last failure.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense to chat. So, if anyone would like to argue any other skills, now is the time. Because all of you have to make this one.
Yeah.
Don't think that
Perception
would
and
count.
ride, I think, man.
Perception, obviously, to notice the dangers. Ride,
Yeah.
to steer around them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I can't think of a good argument right now off the top of my head, so I'm just ready to rock and roll it.
That's
Okay.
not better. Well, no, that is technically better. Wow, really? Oh, because I have armor on.
It's
I
so
was gonna
hard. I can
say-
think of arguments.
I mean, I
I
can too,
help
but I
you
don't want to
guys.
sit here and just argue it.
I mean, my only thing potentially is maybe escape artists, because it's, trying to escape a grasp and all that jazz. And, if I spot the thing, it could, I don't know, never mind.
You're giving up. You're the one giving up on you. I'm listening.
I'm good to go. So
Okay.
But yeah, because it's like viney and etc. So like I spot the thing and like kind of get grasping it, but it like slipped through it.
You want to try to do escape artist in place of ride.
Yes.
Okay. I'll accept that argument.
Okay.
Okay. So I need 3 perception checks.
Yep.
oh, you want me to roll perception 3 times?
Those are all killer. Okay.
Good.
So each of you is going to have a pretty low DC for your ride or escape artist check in your case.
Okay.
But it's not it. You
not
could
super
fail
low.
it.
Yep.
It's not negligible, but it is low.
You said ride. Do we get a bonus to that? Sorry, I was looking
Yeah.
at it.
But no,
Wait,
I just lowered the DC. I'm just lowering.
Oh darn
the
it!
DC
We
is much
killed it
lower
on
than
the
normal.
perception. Okay, cool. I made it past a 10 finally.
DC was 10.
Yay, we did it.
But you made it. You hear this
We did it.
horn blaring behind you as you guys ride forward.
Oh, that's
Ellie's,
nice argument,
yeah.
Ellie. I'm sorry. I wasn't
Yeah,
looking
good
at
ar- good
chat when I
argument.
was thinking.
So,
Well, not argument.
She made a case for it.
Yes.
But yeah, you guys succeeded at the skill challenge. You managed to narrowly avoid the wild hunt. In fact, as you start to move at a much faster pace, Arstotzka, you kind of caught your stride now that it's like opened up a little bit and you can actually see pretty well. You can hear these weird sounds. You kind of nudge the horse to go one way, and it doesn't. It does, but not as quickly as some others would, because you don't really know how to communicate that to it. So you just make yourself real small, kind of like cut to the side of it a little bit and like grip as tight as you can, because this thing's pretty broad. You don't think you're going to hurt it. And you just like let stuff kind of go past you, maneuver your way to the other side, like trying to hold on the whole time. At one point, maybe grab like a handful of its mane, and it's like kind of gives you this like, the fuck? Oh, sorry! Go to the other side. But you manage to avoid all these other little things. Even when you're looking behind you at some of what you've avoided, you see these colorful puffs of pollen have sprayed out from large bulbous flowers. You see what looked like a bush that was back there has gotten up and walked out to the center clearing. It appears to be some kind of tiger-like creature that it's just giving you this tilted head that like a cat might when it sees something that looks like good eats. And you see a couple of like spaces in the ground that have just sunken in very deep, and then they kind of pop back up. But you've avoided all of it so far. To the point that you break through a clearing, and you immediately see this fast-flowing freshwater of the river you've been approaching. and you rush towards it. You can see there's a bit of a difference from one side of it to the other. Whereas you're coming out of this space that looks very familiar, looks much more like a forest that you're used to, other than some of these odd colors and strange beasts. On the opposite side, the vegetation is much more sparse. Mm-hmm. And in the bit of the distance you can see, it actually looks quite gray. Like all the color is drained out of it at a certain point. All that vibrance is noticeably starkly missing. But that's not right on the other side. You know, you can cross the river, but you're going to have to jump over there and kind of go along it, because you know Klondike was running towards that. It's a good chance he's going to follow it, right? And if everything goes well, you can catch up to him before his captors can. You might even be able to get to him without a fight and just book it off into the night if you want to. Or, you know, take him over to Pale Point and confront Alabastard like, look, we won the bet, give us our wish. But that's if everything goes well. And it very well might.
Yep, we'll see.
Because you do have one other option. Because it has been some time. Some time has passed since you saw Klondike escape. Realistically, he's a goat with a chain around his neck. He's not going to be that hard to catch. Not when give it enough time and space, right? So it's possible that they've caught him and are making their way back around. And if you follow the river, you might have given them a pretty big head start. If they make it all the way to Pale Point, unless you're giving up on your quest, you now have to fight them and Alabastard. So your other option, rather than risking trying to book it over there and just catch them, either get Klondike or just get the captors and have to take them on, is you could circle around and go directly to Pale Point and confront Alabastard there before, hopefully, anyone else is there to assist him, and then make your way across with the leisure of time on your side to confront Klondike's captors.
Well, okay, so if I remember correctly, one of the if we managed to beat him to Pale Point, he would be let go. No? Okay.
If you get Klondike. You get Klondike before Klondike reaches Pale Point. Then you win the bet.
Well, couldn't we go to near Pale Point and then backtrack to where to the road, to where likely the road is that they're following to get to Pale Point to get Klondike there?
Could try that.
I mean, I'm a fan of just going to confront him.
Yeah.
If you're gonna ask me, I'm combative and competitive by nature. I just want to go fight the guy.
And sure, we have no idea what he's capable of, so...
You don't. It's your choice. Either you go for winning the bet and saving Klondike. You probably have a good chance of it. You moved very quickly.
Arstotzka's vote is to... Oh, sorry.
Or the other thing.
Is to go rescue Klondike. And your vote is to fight Alabastard? Or... I
mean, you can probably talk me into the other thing because, again, it's a competition and I want to win a competition.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, let's bring it to RP.
Literally, either of you could tell me to do one thing, and I would do it.
We don't know that, though, in-game.
I'm not doing that.
I would say you guys are siblings, so in-game, you would know that whenever you ask him to do stuff, he does it.
Yeah.
You would know that much.
But the problem is if we both ask him a different thing, then there's no...
Then he splits in half, and you have...
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. I help neither of you, and I still follow the rules. No,
I think... yeah, right. I think we should go save Klondike.
But I want to punch this guy in the face. Or actually, I want to hit him with this.
It makes... To me, it makes sense to cut the head off the snake before it has a chance to crawl back into its den. But if we can also harvest the eggs before the snake.
I don't understand
Gets
these
to them.
metaphors.
Very
Hit him or not
confusing,
hit him.
Juice.
I lean towards saving.
I mean, then we get to rub it in his stupid face that we beat his stupid bet. So fine, let's go do that.
Okay.
So, normally, crossing the river was going to be a fairly difficult skill challenge. However, with Slip Winds, they do all the work.
Thank God.
Those 20-foot strides that you were seeing earlier, riding them this long, you realize that's just their foot speed. They just bound. They don't even really just gallop the same way horses do. They almost spring from spot to spot, like you would imagine a deer would do. They move very strangely, but it's very fluid, and they seem to be able to very easily reach down and catch themselves and pivot and move whenever they need to mid-spring. These are very agile, very mobile creatures. But them actually jumping, none of you obviously have ever flown before. Zero memory of it. You've never even really been able to properly conceptualize what it would be like. You're kids, you've had dreams of it and stuff, so sure, you've probably thought, yeah, flying around would be awesome. It's not awesome. And
Terrified.
Suddenly been airborne for a period of time unfamiliar to them, knows why it's not awesome. Because your guts don't move the same speed as the rest of your body. When these things fucking leap, you pull some G's for a second. It's a fast pace, and you go up, across, and then there's no harsh impact, actually. It's kind of like landing on just like really springy grass. They just take a few extra strides, and then you turn and you're off down the river. Probably hair, bit frazzled, bit breathless, but yeah, you make it. So you start heading upriver. So
That was amazing. We should do that again. It
I was
also
gonna say,
terrible,
yeah.
but we should do that again.
I can't
So-
wait to do that again. Yeah, that kind of thing.
there's an accumulation so far of your successes and failures kind of determines whether you're going to get to Klondike before his captors do. So let's do a very loose tally of those, shall we?
Oh no.
You did go
2
directly
minus.
here, so that helps, right?
Mhm.
You didn't go anywhere else. You came right to this space. You did fall in a hole. Two of you fell in a hole. You got out very quickly, but you did fall in a hole. And then you ran into that other trap.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't quite get past that one gracefully either. You were able to very quickly deal with those threats in the woods. And you were very easily and quickly able to gain help from the slip winds. Mostly successful so far, I'd say. You are able to provide a very good distraction for Klondike. You essentially critically succeeded when you all tried as a group. So you were highly successful there. And then that skill challenge you just did, as a whole, you succeeded. You didn't even have to go into the chase that I set up with the wild hunt.
Whew.
So, I'd say you've been keeping a pretty solid clip so far. So solid, in fact, that as you go as fast as the slip winds will go along the side of this river, and they seem to have an endless tank of stamina for some reason, they haven't slowed down except to help y'all out. So, like, they looked ready to go, and they were. And you do see in the distance, other than the rather unwelcome fog that seems to be rolling in, small white goat hauling ass, sprinting for all it's worth, rattling its chain across the stones at on the side of the river towards you. And as you get closer and closer, you see coming out of the fog the other three figures, also running for all they're worth. Their tiny waddly legs for two of them The third figure, the one that had the chain first, seems to be just springing and flipping through the air very quickly.
Oh boy.
And you get closer and closer, you hear Klondike's voice, "Holy shit! Holy shit!" And keeps running, and you see the flippy guy land awfully close to him, and there's a kind of spark across the stones. You see the chain kind of stall for a second and then pull and flip through the air. Klondike goes tumbling across the ground, skids to a halt, right about the midpoint between you and Flippy Man. But you guys have super fast horses, so it's not really much of a contest.
Right.
So you haul ass over there toward where Klondike is. I am going to need a check, however.
Okay.
One of you's going to do it.
Okay.
Who tries to scoop up Klondike from horseback?
Me.
Okay.
Sure.
I agree.
Who is going to deal with Flippy Man? Because he springs to his feet, sees you all coming, and let's get you guys at least an image of what you're dealing with here. First,
Tiny little Klondike.
he's too small to see. There we go. Klondike. Go.
There you go.
Klondike. And that's kind of a crappy image. Huh? It's all pixelated. We'll do that.
Pixelated.
That thing.
This is gonna suck.
Also, small creature. It's about Klondike size. Just a little more capable. And so that thing, as soon as he sees you all coming, lands holding this knife, and he's leaped not toward Klondike, toward this would be Ord's horse.
Okay.
So who's going to deal with that guy so Ord can focus on his task?
I guess me.
Arstotska's going to do that. Excellent. So that means the person who is free to determine their action is Bodark.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to assist in this?
I'm going to cast a spell. Wait, about how far are we from them now?
We'll say this is all happening probably when you're within 30 feet. We don't need an exact measurement. You tell me what you're kind of wanting to do. We can figure that out.
I have the spell Mud Buddy, which is basically an unseen servant made out of mud. And I'm going to cast that to help run interference, basically. He can trip. He can do certain things, you know.
Okay.
He can trip enemies and do stuff like that.
So you're gonna try to basically help deal with that springy man.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking of doing? Okay.
Sure. Yo, man,
summon the Mud Buddy. Go ahead and boop it, please. We'll also see if you recover it. Damn.
Good lord. You know, if I could just roll above like a 10 on these, they wouldn't be that bad.
Fantastic, yeah.
But, you know, it's just like, no.
Yeah, you know how I feel with my second level spells in Thursday's campaign.
Yeah. But a pint of water.
Nice.
Thing. It has AC at 12, 10 hit points, strength 5, speed of 30 feet. It can perform any tasks an unseen servant can, plus any similar tasks that its strength allows. It's able to lift up to 50 pounds. Instead of walking on water, it gains a swim speed of 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you summon that.
Are you gonna have it try and? Oh, never mind. Shut up. I'm shutting up. Sorry.
Probably try to trip the guy. I see. Makes sense. It's a good move.
But the spell ends if he right.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is resolved. The spell ends. Yeah.
Yeah, so even if he fails, but this is for a moment, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you summon the Mud Buddy. say something.
For theatrics, I would like to, since we're like in the water, like scoop up water and throw it to do the cast. But
oh, nice!
It's
so, like,
it's
lean
cool
over,
looking in my head.
Like, scoop your hand through and just throw it, and it turns into this mud buddy that leaps out at Springy Man. And so, Ord.
Yes. Me.
We will need a skill check.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let you pitch which skill you're gonna use for this.
Oh,
you're on horseback. You gotta get this dazed goat that's kind of barely looking up at you, a little confused after he just took a spill. You gotta get him up secure and not fall off your horse. Very important to get both of those things done.
Mm-hmm.
So you can split up into 2 skill checks, or if you think you can handle it with 1, that's fine too.
Well, I am going to pitch for athletics here for the scoop and pull, because that's all like arm strength and everything. So the lift and drag over, all athletics. And then
Accepted.
For the like settle and make sure that everything's good and that he's not going to fall. I would try and pitch athletics again just in that, but I'm gonna not, just on the simple fact that I want to spice it up here. I want to see if I can use acrobatics, as in it's going to be like my core control and how I can stay balanced on this thing, since acrobatics is more of a balance style skill.
I accept both.
To go. All right.
Don't roll them yet. I kind of just want to take a count of what everyone's doing. But you're going to do athletics and then acrobatics.
Yep.
And then for Miss Arstotska, how are you going to deal with Springy Man?
I was
assume you know what Bodark is doing also.
Okay.
So if you
I was hoping that if successfully tripped, I'll just run my my rapier into him. But if not successfully tripped, then God, I hope. I don't have a ride.
You can't split it up into two determinate things. You have an instant, right?
Right.
So
okay, here's the plan. I'm hoping to run the horse stampede over him.
Oh, okay. That's it. You are riding a large creature. He is a small creature. That's very possible. So you're gonna run him over. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that would be. Okay, you're gonna have to roll for the horse. It's basically gonna be doing a combat maneuver check for overrun.
Okay.
But we'll let that handle once we determine if the mud buddy thing works.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna handle those first, because if both of you fail, that's gonna be a pretty major distraction to Ord's roll. So mud buddies first. So that's gonna be you. Bodark, which is going to be, looks like CMB, so D20 plus 5, so plus 10 total. You know what? Fuck it. He's got a lot of momentum. I'm going to give you a plus 2 to that as well. So plus 12.
That's you, Panda.
Oh, sorry. I was not paying attention. Sorry. Repeat.
1d20 plus 12.
1d20 plus 12.
Mm-hmm. Where the fuck is he?
I don't have roll thing turned on, so I'm just gonna do.
Oof.
13.
There was a snail trapped in that water.
Oh, no.
That's what I get
for not paying attention.
Not paying attention, yeah.
I'm gonna let. Ellie, are you still in the chat?
I believe she is.
Ellie, if you're still in the chat, I'm gonna let you describe the snail that was trapped in the water that disrupted the mud buddy. Okay, she's still here, so yeah, we'll wait for Ellie's description. Well, I mean, we're not gonna wait, but we'll know what it is once she described it. And I'll say it out here for the YouTube video once we see it. Mm-hmm. But the mud buddy unfortunately leaped out, and you see it just, there was something a little off about it, and you see it kind of fall apart as it goes to grab against this springy, quick man. And you see this little snail flying out that looks like redacted.
Looks like redacted.
So
Missing number.
That looks like insert snail here.
it looks like TBD, but so that doesn't quite work. My buddy is dispersed, but we're still gonna just have that overrun check. It's just not going to get a bonus to it.
Mm-hmm.
So for this creature, its CMB is +7. It is still moving at full speed. I'm trying to see what its bonus is to that. So it basically gets a charging bonus, so it's a +2.
So 9 altogether?
So +9, yeah.
Okay.
Versus his CMD.
Oh, Ellie posted what the snail looks like, by the way.
Which
Sweet.
is not quite enough.
Yeah.
So the mud buddy falls apart. You go to try to get the horse to kind of rear up and stamp him down. You just don't have quite a good enough control of it to do that. He actually springs off of the chest of your horse and goes in, and he stabs into the side of your Sylphwind orb, which it obviously feels that. It rears up and it's kind of going ballistic here. It's going to make your check a lot harder. As this little blue-shelled, metallic, golden, gleaming snail flips through the air past you. The body of this snail is very pale blue as well, because Fae.
Everybody knows Fae are blue.
But your horse is alive. It's still
but still,
alive.
I'm upset now.
But it took a pretty hefty stab there. So yeah, it's going to make your check both of your checks much harder. I'm going to say initially we were looking at for the scoop we were looking at DC 20, and for the balance we were looking at DC 15.
Okay.
Or sorry, we were looking at 15 and 10. Now we're looking at 20 and 15.
Okay. So athletics coming up.
Brushed it, so you get Klondike.
All right. Acrobatics. There we go.
And you stay balanced.
Woo.
Now you do have this springy man holding a knife still attached to your Sylphwind. So, oh dear. Not going to necessarily take it to initiative, but you two over here who tried and failed once, you have another set of the chance to try to dislodge this guy and help out your sister.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure this won't count. Oh, actually, how does disarming work again?
I mean, you try to disarm him. He has he's both hands on a knife buried in a horse. That's going to be real tough.
Okay.
Try to get the weapon out of his hand while, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could, but it's going to be tough.
Out of character. Are we trying to get away as well? We're not trying to stay here and fight, right?
I mean, probably
that's
not.
To you guys.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hang out and box with this guy.
Okay.
Oh,
We just want to get Klondike and we want to get to Pale Point, right? Because we're supposed to get there first. So yeah, I'm not trying to box with this dude.
I am going to try and intimidate with a roaring scream of you. Let go of your weapon or die.
Okay. We'll get to that. I just want to know what you're both doing first. Because once you guys act, if you guys fail, it's going to get to do something else before Ord gets to act.
Yep.
And then Ord will get to act, and he'll probably take care of it. But
Right.
we gotta see what happens first. I actually need to roll damage on the Sliftwind too, because I didn't do that.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
While you're thinking, while he's buried there, and he's awfully close to you there, Ord, he says, "This is such an odd way to meet someone, but greetings from Spring-Heeled Jack." And then he gets screamed at by your sister.
Yeah. I'll be like, "Cheers, Jack."
You sound so enthused.
I'm not excited to meet him. I'm not. I'm just very much not.
The knives are currently in the horse thing, right?
It's one knife. He's just double-handing it. He's got it buried into the side of this horse.
Okay. I don't want to do burning disarm because that will hurt the horse.
It will.
Shit, man. I'm going to. It's on Ord's horse, correct?
Yes. He's like pretty much on the side of it, like 1 foot kind of on the rump, and he's otherwise holding on with its knife buried in the horse.
If I'm gonna try to bonk him with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
Bonkers.
So let's first see if the intimidate works.
Yeah. And if
So
not,
it's
the bonkening will happen.
The bonkening.
I mean, either way,
Bonkening.
because the intimidate would just make him shaken or something, right?
Yeah.
But
Ready?
it might make the bonkening help. Yes.
Darn. Oh well.
13. You are bigger than him, which actually gives
Right.
you a +4.
And
Okay.
writing a bigger thing.
So that's a 17. DC 10 plus target hit dice plus wisdom modifier. So he's not very wise.
Great.
So he says that, and then you like start yelling at him. He kind of just like his head snaps around, and he looks at you, and he just goes, "No." He seems a bit less sure of himself. And then you go to whack him with a quarterstaff. Bodart. That's gonna be a melee attack roll. Currently.
No. Yes. Currently.
I'm gonna say you do have higher ground, so you're gonna get a +1 to this.
Oh.
Because you're atop a horse, and he's kind of like low in on the
Attack
side.
modifier 1. Damage modifier nothing.
And he's like,
Oh my
climbing,
god!
so-
No! Sorry.
I haven't looked yet.
You nat 20 to confirm the crit.
Oh shit!
Yeah!
Nat
Double
20
nat
and then
20?
nat 20. Jubashi'd it.
He did. Let's
Okay.
go!
I got a -3 to the damage.
So did you have a total of? What was your total bonus to this roll? 1? No, you had a total of 3. So okay, roll me 1d20 plus 3.
1d.
Dude, if you confirm, that's just it.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 and we'll do that.
Okay, cool. It's fine. That one's not going to trigger a snail. That's a
2 move.
That's a totally separate thing.
Yeah.
But that's still fine. So 2 damage. You smack you just bonk the hell out of him, dude.
I'm gonna roll another d20 because both times I've rolled just a d20.
It was just
It was
one,
ones. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Just making sure.
You've never hit anything that hard in your life.
Yeah.
So, you feel this like really solid impact, and he looked back at Arstotzka because he goes, "No," makes like a completely unbecoming sound. He looks a little bit dazed, and now I'm going to make him roll an athletics check to see if he can keep his grip here. Basically a climb. He just got whacked. He is shaken, so he's taking a -2 to this. I'm just going to give him a situational -2 for getting crit while he was doing this. Because you did 2 damage. So I'm giving him that as a penalty.
So
it's a
bad.
-4. This thing is moving fast. So that's already going to make the check fairly difficult. And he's rolling at a +9 -4, so +5. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys, DC is 20. His DC right now is 20. This is actually pretty damn difficult to do with the speed you guys are moving at. And he doesn't have a great grip. He does not make it. So you whack him, and he kind of looks up for a second, and you can see this, like, he has a retort, but the knife slips out, and he just tumbles along the ground as you blitz past him. Klondike under the arm of Ord.
Bye, Jack. It wasn't nice meeting you.
You guys ride by, you very quickly pass one of the red caps. You don't see the other one. Where's your next destination? Do you go to Pale Point to confront Alabastard? Or at least win the bet? Or do you just leave?
Oh, I want to win this bet.
You're gonna win
Yeah.
this bet.
Competitive as all get out. We win in this bet.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure
Okay.
we get our color.
So, we are 3 minutes from midnight. How you guys feel?
3
I'm good. I'm ready.
to midnight.
Gonna get him.
Yeah, okay. We'll go a little bit late today, because we're about there. Okay, let me bring that back up. So,
Ellie says, let's do this.
hell yeah. We're going to trade out the party token with the Klondike token now that you've got him. But you guys are actually way up here. So,
Yay.
kind of on the river almost. While you're galloping ahead and then making your way to Pale Point, Klondike, when he finally gets his wits about him, is like, "Well, you really bloody did it, didn't you? Whew. Well, I did my part as well. One of those redcaps caught up to me, but he was off balance, and I bucked him right into the river. Won't be seeing him for a while, especially because the river flows north.
Good job.
I know. I'm a pretty awesome goat."
I'm sorry. I was doing my own weird mental math of like random survival skills that I know.
How the fuck does the river
in
flow
character?
north?
Yes, yeah. That's what my character was doing. She's literally like with the reins, like just doing that, like trying to figure. Are we in the southern hemisphere somehow?
Right? But you guys make your way to Pale Point. And as you're heading that direction, that graying of the land is profound. It is markedly different. It doesn't
I see
happen...
why they call it Pale Point.
right?
Oh, yeah. All right.
It doesn't happen in a single step. It is gradual, but once you cross over, it's not just visual. You feel the difference. Whereas before, maybe you attributed it to just childlike wonder, being in these heroic bodies that are very healthy and very vibrant. You felt more. You felt present. You felt alive. And here, there is some amount of that that's stripped away. You feel less excited. Even the emotions you have, there's like the edges taken off of them. The adrenaline pumping through you as you approach the climactic finish of your quest is not as sharp as you expected. In fact, you're a little sad just being here, seeing the beauty stripped away from the vibrant wildlife, from the terrain, even the sky. There's just this melancholy surrounding the whole thing. But you got a goat buddy and some cool horses, so you'll make it. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
so-
totally fine.
So still riding this bit of momentum you have, even through these melancholic lands, these monochrome, bleached grasses up these alabaster stairs. The quiet is still present. There's no wind either. There's no sounds of birds chirping. It's just hoofs on stone. When you finally make it to the front of Pale Point, you find that the gates are open into this, what could be a lovely courtyard, if there was any color to speak of other than you yourselves. You stand out. You kind of feel out of place. And from when you first got to the graying, bleached lands to now, you even think that your saturation is lessened. Your time here is very limited. But you go inside. And the only person there waiting for you is the tall, handsome, goat-legged, white coat and white furred Alabastard. He stands in the center of the courtyard, hands behind his back, but he looks a bit puzzled. He goes, "Well now, that is a little surprising. You really came all the way here to collect your reward. Can't say that I'm happy, though I am impressed. So, what will it be? You get to keep your favorite colors, and you get a wish within my power. I'm no god, but I'm fairly capable." He walks forward. Stops about 10 feet away from you.
Is that a wish each ever get, or is it just one wish?
Left
Wish
and right,
each.
yeah.
It's a wish.
Said a wish.
Each of you gets a wish.
Yep.
Arstotzka does the normal thing of looking over at Big Brother first.
Yeah. You get to choose. It's your wish.
I kind of lean over to Klondike, and I'm like, it's one of those, like, if you're not specific wishes, he messes with you really bad wishes.
Klondike appears to be glaring at Alabastard. He goes, "I'd be really careful about what you say to this one. May even be better just to forego the reward and take your pride. Let him stew in his defeat. But I'm a bit biased."
Just for me, out of character. But is Klondike free because we managed to do this, or
That was the
deal?
That was the deal.
Okay.
That was the deal.
All right. I was just trying to remember if that was a thing or not. Okay.
He specifically, Alabastard said, he was taking Klondike to Pale Point because there are dues to pay. But if you won, they would call it even. Essentially meaning whatever these dues were, whatever debt, whatever thing that they wanted from Klondike is a wash.
Okay. So at all this, Arstotzka is kind of like timid for the first time in a bit, and she just tugs on Juice, of course, and like looks out towards the exit.
You just want to go?
She nods solemnly.
Well, that's disappointing. All this way, all that struggle, you don't even want your reward?
I mean, my reward was beating you. I didn't need anything else.
Miles, how noble of you. Well,
Oh, no, it was definitely self-satisfaction. You should know that.
well, I'm sure that knowledge will comfort you when you go back to your hovel. No richer, but no poorer, I suspect. All of these things in time will just be dreams you've had once. Can you really live with that? After everything you've seen, after everything you've done, you'll go back with nothing but a song in your heart.
No, I really want to go back, or I really want to stay here, but I don't want to stay here because of your abilities. Because I don't trust you. I look at the goat
together.
real quick. I look at him. I look at the goat. Look at him. Look at him. Klondike, can you figure out how I can not? I want to be me though. Can I not be this? I want to be here though.
Wait! I was too busy glaring. What are you asking me? Sorry.
Well, I want to figure out a way that you can help me be here, not home, but not this. I'm like pointing, and I'm not making sense. I'm little kid talking in the sense that I'm saying words out of context with no like. Can I not this? But I want a that, and I want a there, or no, but here, but not there, because I want to here, but not this.
Are you saying you want to come back to the first world as yourself?
Yeah.
Well, easily done. I already told you how to get in. I mean, it's going to be a lot more dangerous if you're a child. So I wouldn't advise it, but, you know, I suppose Mythal Keep's not too far away, and they'll take care of you. I don't think you need to waste a wish on that.
Good then. I won't. I like glare. I do the like I am a small child bowing up to him, yet I am an incredibly large and intimidating man doing the.
Oh man. So at that though, Arstotzka grips on Juice's cloak for a second, but then gets like a bright idea, like a grin spreads across her face, and she'll get away from him, and then like successfully all Superman pose and like, I wish you were one of my best friends.
Is exactly what I do, by the way. I face palm it in character.
He stops smiling. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Best friends help each other. They do great things, have wonderful adventures.
Brow raises. Very well. Smiles. We're now friends. The best of them.
His name is Alabastard, right? Not Alabastard. Yeah. Okay.
It is.
I didn't know that was, if we were doing that. Okay.
That is his name.
A bastard.
Yeah. Just checking.
The name he earned.
Yep.
Would you say you're a good person?
Ellie says, "Oh no."
I ask him.
Oh no, indeed.
You said, "Would you say you're a good person?" I'd say that's. I, as everyone, am the protagonist of my own story. So while I would say so, not everyone would. I have to be the villain in someone's.
I just wish you would be a good person.
He frowns again. Are you certain you want to wish for something so subjective?
No.
No.
But don't you think you could be a little kinder at least?
Is that your wish? He does say it through clenched teeth.
Mm-hmm. I wish you were at least a neutral good person.
That's not gonna work.
Just change his alignment.
I mean, you can't.
Wishes have
you
the power to
could,
do that,
but you're not going to be able to
how-
do it by saying, "I wish you were neutral good." That doesn't
No.
work in world.
No.
But he asked you if that was your wish.
No, I'll make a more grave statement. I wish all the harm you do to others comes back on you. Now, if that's within your power, so be it. But if it's not, remember it.
Would that be from this point forward or retroactive?
From this point forward.
How kind of you. He looks to you, Ord.
All right, I look at what we won.
Ord wants a big gold trophy.
I don't want a big gold trophy. I have the self-satisfaction that we want to bet.
Yeah. Going to rename your city Ordland. No. I was thinking of things. Sorry.
I look around and I kind of look around and I'm like, can you just give the color back? I don't like this.
I'll buy your wish from you.
What no, you can't.
A state. A title.
No, I want the color back.
No,
I don't
listen
like
to what
all
I'm
of
telling
this.
you. You could have much more than that. Look, I'm willing to expand the deal a bit. You can have my title. You could be a duke of the Bleached Kingdom. Under the Bleached King.
Color back. Like left, right. Just like
Eye twitches.
Yeah.
Is that your wish?
I wish that you would return the color to Pale Point. Yes.
That's a really good wish, lad, says Klondike. You heard him. Go on. Very well. Takes a deep breath. And you just see the clouds open. No, that's not actually what happened. The clouds stop being gray. They stop blocking out all of the sun. No, that's not even true. You see the color of the sunlight, finally. Whereas before it was this nebulous, colorless thing, just white, black, gray. There are warm hues that suddenly wash over the stones. Over the potted plants, the walls, the steepled roof of the keep, and you see reds and greens and purples. You see creatures you didn't quite notice before because they all looked like parts of the scenery. Butterflies, birds, perched, now moving. That melancholy lifts, goes away. You feel vibrant again. You see vibrance again. To all of Pale Point. Except Alabastard. He's still awash in grayscale, but he looks furious. You may leave.
Oh, like when the magic flowed through Beast's castle, is what Ellie says. Okay. Well, I'll see you again sometime, best friend. And don't worry, there's tons of adventures waiting for us in the future.
Perhaps for you. At least I hope.
Arstotzka will start waving by, like, really happily.
We're in the courtyard, right? Mm-hmm. And there's pretty flowers and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pick one, I'm going to put it in his lapel. And I'm just going to wave goodbye as I
just stands perfectly still.
You might invest in, like, swans or pandas. Or maybe, like, other things that are either black.
Here's Knuckles' crack.
Juice, don't push your luck. You're being mean to my best friend. That's rude.
I'm trying
I think
to.
It's mighty funny.
He doesn't like colorful things. He should, get more white tulips planted instead of daffodils.
Suddenly, what appears to be a tiny winged creature, also gray, with just like imagine like just really just sodden like emo hair just down over his face. It's got like black eyeliner. It looks like a goth pixie. It's just kind of floating. Like its wing flaps are like kind of lethargic, and it just pops up into view over his shoulder and goes, "Alabastard, the Bleached King, is requesting your immediate audience. He doesn't seem happy."
Y'all ruined emo land.
Ta-ta. Gone.
Was it JV or was that
Ellie.
Ellie? Yeah.
yeah.
If you'll excuse
So
me.
we Dr. Seuss'd that shit.
He spins
It's
around,
offensively
Oh, God.
bright.
takes
Yeah.
3 steps, and disappears.
I'll just pick another flower and be like, put that in my, like, just tuck it in my armor, kind of.
And you blink, and the doors are slamming in your face. You're
Yeah,
just
that's
outside
fair.
the keep. Like, it's just like suddenly it's that way.
Hmm.
But it's all colorful again. You see, beyond the keep, the lands are gray.
I'm kind of sad he didn't get a toddler hug, snot and all.
I thought about it, giving him a big old warm hug.
Oh, I did too, but I
But yeah,
want to
But I
disarm
digress.
the chain and such around Klondike.
Free
As a-
Klondike.
yeah, we gotta get you
Remove the
back
crane.
home. We gotta eat you.
Hashtag free Klondike.
You finally hashtag free Klondike.
Mm-hmm.
You ride back to Mythal Keep. You are greeted by a small battalion of Fey soldiers in silvery armor, tiny little bug wings on their backs. They invite you into the keep. You have a hero's welcome. You're fed. You are
Do not eat.
entertained. They
I
sing
know
for
better.
you. There's people that dance and perform. They lavish you with small gifts of all sorts. They ask you for nothing, for returning Klondike to them to deliver his report. And you hear bits of this report to finally know what his task was. You hear of a deal struck in the lands now known as Saikan by ancient druids in Setsegia, that certain lands were never to become the den of men, that they were to be left wild. And so long as that is kept, the kingdom of Chroma and Hue will protect the land from the Bleached Kingdom, who drain vibrance and color and life from what they touch. And he is to report that so far, he has observed that that has been upheld. So, for now, things are safe. But you do now know at least a little bit about what's going on there. You don't know what lands specifically they're talking about. Just that, well, the grown-ups could mess up everything again if they break this deal. But either way, for now, you got a bunch of tiny trinkets and presents. They welcomed you back. You know how to get into this place. And there's even this lovely princess-looking woman who has, like, deer antlers coming out of vibrant red hair that seems to shed fall leaves as she walks, flowers sprouting in her wake. She has what appears to be like, you imagine, like, the hollow of an oak tree in her back, and a foxtail that kind of swoops through the air as she walks just behind her. And she takes the glistening, bejeweled sword and kind of does, like, the knighting ceremony on each of you.
Ellie, it's not a Wendigo.
And when finally you return to the lands whence you came, back to the material plane, boring, old, rainy Setsegia, you carry some of that vibrance and color with you. You do lose access
I want
to
to do
these
one
heroic forms. Go ahead.
one thing before we leave. Is I want to take the guy who helped us, who changed us into heroic forms. Is he there?
Yes. Sir Gravi is there.
Gravi. I'm going to give him my lucky penny.
I'm gonna stab him with the knife. No,
as a thank you for
I got an ant
like-
on me.
granted,
Oh.
he helped Klondike out of, the Klondike. He owed Klondike, but I'm still gonna, because, like, this is little Aislin's, like, wildest dreams. So
And
I am going
seeing-
to ask him a question as well.
Okay. He also
ones that
invites you
had-
back to the cave if you ever come back.
The ones that have these forms, are they in the cycle still? Did they go into the cycle, or is it broken?
They are in the cycle, yes.
Okay.
Not
That's all I
ours.
wanted.
They come from your lands. They won't be resurging here, but perhaps one day.
I just wanted to see that. See that was the... Yeah.
Yeah. He smiles and says, one thing you learn when you're as old as I am. As young as I am.
Oh, I'm me again, right? I'm the kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Once you leave Mythal Keep,
These
actually,
people are in the
forms-
cycle, right? Yeah.
those forms melt away from you. Yeah. Right? He says, things rarely truly come to an end. The period at the end of a sentence, the final page of a story, just opens the way to the next chapter. It's the way of things. Always has been, and I doubt it plans on stopping anytime soon. But we're only here for so long. Entropy is as endless as the cycle. So we have to enjoy it while we have the chance.
Freaking cliffhangers, Ellie, hush. Because Aslan did, Karan will give her super cool rock to Sir Gravi as well.
You take out the super cool rock for the first time in the Feylands. You notice something odd about it. It reminds you, not in the melancholy, but it reminds you of those gray lands, that it is purely absent of color. Even the light that hits it seems to come out kind of gray. It doesn't make you sad or anything, it's just odd and interesting. It's like it drains color from things that reflect it through it. He finds it interesting and he accepts it.
Oh, darn. Okay.
If you offer it.
Well, after seeing what it did, no. Because then I'll think, oh, I can give this to my friend. My best friend.
I mean...
He'll probably love it.
Obviously, he wouldn't accept... He knows what he's doing. I'll say that much. So if you do bring it out and like start offering it to him, they go, oh, well, never mind, I don't want it. It seems bad. He'll be like, well, I'll take it if you're offering it. It's quite an interesting piece. Besides, you probably don't want to carry something like that around.
Okay.
Well, maybe you do.
She'll give it then.
So you gave that over. It's fine. So one of the things you'll notice, if you examine your kitchen knife, Juice.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give him the kitchen knife. That's our dad's.
Yeah, right.
The knife you're not supposed to have.
If you examine it at all again, even while they're kind of doing stuff, because the last thing you used it for was just like cutting this grass and stuff.
Yeah.
You actually look at it. The knife looks like it's made of grass. Mm. It didn't. You know it didn't when you first swung it. It looked like a knife. It was just shiny and real sharp. But it just seems like the blade looks like a blade of grass made out of other like folded and layered grasses.
Did it remind me of that leaf armor that I was wearing?
Maybe a little.
When I was big form?
maybe a little bit.
Okay.
But it's not like it's one piece. Like, I mean, it is one piece, but like it seems like they kind of shifts, almost like it's a reflection in metal. It's very odd.
I like one piece.
I was gonna say too, when we do the knighting thing for the Super Queen Lady or whatever, just personal RP, Aislin's gonna kind of do this thing in her mind where she's like, I'm gonna be big and strong all on my own, and I'm gonna come back here and actually be like a protector of these lands. It's like she makes a little promise to herself.
I see that you do, child. Says the woman. But when you leave, I think I started saying that. Once you go back into the ever storming lands of Segia, return from the first world into the storm. You carry some of that vibrance with you, that color. You see it on each other. In fact, you all stand out a bit more.
It's gonna be hard to explain to Dad.
Clothes, it's not huge. It's not out of place. If you hadn't experienced what you'd experienced, you don't know that you'd really be able to notice it. Because you did. You do. Klondike, of course, does not come back. He bids you farewell and a welcome place. But for now, he's going to stay in the safety of his home. Plus, he doesn't want to get eaten.
Yeah, our dad was definitely itching.
Yeah, that was going to happen.
And, yeah, you head back. You start heading back through the Fey Alley. And I do need to take away your big damn hero character sheets.
Yep. Karan grabs her sister and her brother's hands and just starts swinging them while they're walking.
So the goat got away, guys, and we chased it outside. If Dad asked, that's why we're here. We never found it. Like, I'm already establishing an alibi.
Well, we can just say that, or we can just say that we saw somebody running off with the goat and we tried to catch him.
I'm having to assign you new character sheets, by the way.
Us chasing the goat is fine.
Yours hasn't happened yet. I'll tell you when I'm done. While you guys RP.
I see.
Okay.
Us chasing the goat's fine. Like, that makes more sense than somebody stealing it. The goat just got out. We chased it. We're not going to chase a person. Come on. Like, I mean, we did. But we normally wouldn't. Dad would be upset if we chased a grown person to get a goat back, right?
Yeah.
Juice, Aslan, you guys did awesome.
And you were also.
I think we all did. I think we all did pretty well.
I worry on your birthday that your best friend might show up and we'll have to explain that, but
yeah, if your new best friend makes it out of the throne room, he might come back and have words. And by that, I mean, he might just vent to you about how terrible he just got reamed out by the king.
Well, that's okay. Stress through words is not a bad thing.
Well,
I hope I do get to see him again, though.
There's your new sheets.
Oh,
yeah, I
that's
saw
one
that.
of us.
It's so awesome.
That's one of us.
You are now Fey-touched heroes.
Good guess, Ellie.
Yep.
Commoner one, druid
Sick.
one.
They each got the Fey-touched template, which in Pathfinder 1st Edition bestows some cool stuff. And they also retain a level of the class that they just experienced. So you got a level 1 commoner, level 1 barbarian over here.
Heck
a level
yeah.
1 commoner, level 1 unchained rogue, and a level 1 commoner, level 1 druid.
No spurning disarm as a 12-year-old.
Yep. Nobody gonna bully you with nothing. They gotta come up there with hands or bust.
Yep.
And even that's a bad idea. But
yeah. Also, crate water, bro. This is gonna make feeding the pigs and watering the pigs so much easier.
Yeah.
You guys are now going to have to deal with an obnoxious 9-year-old who knows how to swing a meteor hammer, and it's just going to be like a rope and a rock. But who cares? Like,
right. So you guys are making your way through the street. You're about halfway back when you see the familiar figure of your father running through the rain, looking for you, calling your names.
Yeah.
There's, of course, that moment of fear of like, oh shit, we are in so much trouble.
We lost the goat.
I'm not actually have that thing of fear. I'm actually excited and running towards Dad. Like, Daddy!
She's going to forget the story. I look right at Juice. She's going to forget the story.
Oh,
you call
yeah, I'm like, I'm sticking to it.
His head snaps towards you and he just starts running. Runs over, kind of doesn't even actually like take any. He like dips like he might take a knee. His knees shouldn't be able to take this at his age, but they do. He's got a shot of adrenaline. He kind of dips down, lifts you up, runs over to the other two of you, and just big hug for all of you in the middle of the rain. Like, where were you doing? What were you thinking? We need to get back home now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, the goat got out.
I don't care about the goat. And he's walking very quickly. It's like, this is Fey Alley. You don't come here after the rains.
It's always raining.
No, when it's...
It wasn't hours ago, and then it started again.
When it goes sunny, and then when it starts, that's when Fey Alley's supposed to be the weirdest.
You're usually such good kids, but... I need you to understand how dangerous this is.
Sorry. Usually such good kids till Ted.
I was watching him.
You too. You said you were watching what?
I was watching them.
I'm trying to say that I made sure that all scrapes and boo-boos were taken care of.
That's fine, but we'll talk about it in the morning. I need to go to town to get something else to cook, and you all need to go to bed.
Oh, yeah, I'm exhausted. Let's go to sleep.
He shakes his head. And you go back home. With the song in your heart, as Alabastard said.
Pretty much.
Hide the knife, because I cannot let my father find that now.
That you took the knife you're not supposed to have.
Juice gets a whipping. That's the sequel.
I did try to hide when he...
I saw
Thank you
that.
guys so much. I know.
Thank you. Big,
I know we had some troubles,
thank you.
but we are so grateful that you guys are here and that you helped us get to this point.
Yes.
And Klondike will never show up again because he is in the Fey world,
from now on.
gone forever.
Until we end up accidentally in the first world in the regular campaign somehow.
Right? I don't know. I'm getting some ideas for other characters.
I also, if we just, run into some more Nuluxifix problems, maybe that's where we end up. Who knows?
JB says this is acceptable.
This is acceptable. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
I'm sorry, Ellie.
You can see whatever you missed because there'll be a VOD up as soon as we end the stream. So
yeah.
But
we actually got a litter of Klondike's babies. We each have one.
Shut up!
Don't lie to the wonderful people.
No, maybe when we hit some other crazy ass milestone, we'll have another adventure in the first world. So,
maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. But for now, that is the period at the end of the sentence on the final chapter of this particular story. Next Tuesday, we go back to the other story being told with our familiar heroes in the middle of a bunch of other shit.
Yep, good old murder mystery.
So we will see you guys next week for that. Looking forward to it, but for now, we're gonna go to the exit screen.
Don't forget to do the prediction thing. I can't do it because I voted on it. I voted 1,000 on me, and I'm pretty sure that I had the most natural.
How do you do that?
You just pick the thing in that you have to go in the moderator.
Yeah. Where is the end
thing
and
pick it? Yeah. Anyways, while
I voted a lot on my stuff too.
View results.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's all unnatural_1s. Make sure you check out the YouTube as well. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Right.
The only poll I can see is the one that I made of what kind of hat is Clint Marco from forever ago.
Discord link is still in the chat. So, fun people.